Mine's bigger than yours. I don't get to say that often.
Oh, so that's not true.
The can is.
Well, yeah.
That I'm holding right now.
That's about it, brother. Hello.
It's actually probably similar if we swapped. Welcome to We Need Wrestling, brother.
Great. Now I have this can in my hand, and I'm thinking it's you.
Yep.
Is this why it's slipping out of my hand and why it's soaked in condensation already?
That was my nickname in college.
What the fuck?
Soaked in condensation.
This isn't very good.
No.
You ever had it?
It's the bomb pop one. Yeah, I didn't love it.
Yeah.
It indexes too much on the lemon, if I remember correctly.
Indexes?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
It's smart, man.
I like you using words.
This is the hard Mountain Dew I'm drinking here. No energy in this, as far as I know. There should be caffeine because it's Mountain Dew, but I don't think they can do that anymore. But thanks to you, the last of my hard Mountain Dews that I enjoy and want to try the other flavors, but I don't like it enough for you to bring those cases here.
Well,
but I appreciate it. Singles all day.
Yeah.
And the Baja Blast one, for those drinking hard Mountain Dews, the Baja Blast one way better than the regular.
It smelled just
way
like
better.
it. Yeah, it smells just like Baja Blast.
This one, it's fine. It's just a little rough. The Baja Blast was smooth as a baby's bottom.
Ah, cool.
So I've been told. Welcome to We Need Wrestling. I'm DJ. That's Brett.
Hey. I'm gonna power through this fucker.
Go for it. Give you that. Get that energy in you, pal. You need it. You really dislike it.
Yeah, it's not great.
That's a ghost.
I like bomb pop flavor too, but this like you're right. It's too much lemon.
Yeah,
it indexes on the lemon too much.
That's a miss on the ghost right there. That might be the first miss in the history of that company's energy drinks.
Yeah, I'll tell you, even with the sour ones, I don't love them.
Yeah, but you don't normally like sour stuff though, right?
Yeah, I'm not
a sour boy. I'm a big sour guy, so I like the sour stuff a lot.
I get sour about other things,
but Strabango's
where it's at.
Strabango's where it's at all day.
That and the Swedish Fish one.
Swedish Fish one's real good too.
God damn, I love energy drinks. Yeah. I try not to drink them that much.
Yeah.
But they are delicious.
All right.
Fucking delicious.
Well, welcome to Wrestling. How are you, pal? Let's get that out of the way. You're good?
Good.
Sure? You're nodding. That's great. That's great podcast material.
I know.
You're nodding.
We're
not on video yet.
I am well.
Okay, good.
I'm well.
All right.
I'm well.
All right.
Well done.
All right.
I'm well.
Okay.
Well's a word that I'll describe my week as. Mm-hmm. It's been well.
And I am Marcos, so it works. No.
You're done. Remember well done?
Yeah, you're done in Marcos. Remember done in Marcos?
I do. Jesus, we're all over the place.
We're everywhere.
How are you, friend?
I'm good, pal. I'm all right. People are gonna be worried about you because normally you're like, I'm fucking peachy. Got nothing to worry about. And it's like, I'm okay.
Yeah. It's been a
Yeah,
it's not a bad week. It's a weird week.
It's curable, so it doesn't really matter.
Shut the fuck up. I mean, it can be cured. It's just
a pill for a week and you're good.
Yeah, it's
nothing to worry about. Jesus, nothing to
knock on wood. That ain't true.
I think you'd know.
No, certainly would. Yeah, it's been a week. Yeah. How are you?
I'm good, buddy.
Good. It's good. You're good.
I'm good. No
roles are reversed this week.
Thunderstorm cooled things down.
It did, which is great.
Yeah, I'm all good, buddy.
Sweet, man.
And I watched last night. I was worried about thunderstorms with the dog at night. They ended up not happening. Mm-hmm. But I watched Over the Top to comfort her.
To comfort her or to comfort you?
Well, both. We both get scared during thunderstorms, and we can only be soothed by Sly Stallone arm wrestling Scott Norton. No, they don't actually arm wrestle. No, Scott Norton is there. But Grizzly, whatever the hell his name was, who drinks the motor oil, he was there.
I respect that.
But yeah, so because when it's thunderstorm, I put the TV on, and usually I listen to headphones, but I put the TV on for Buggy. So we watched Over the Top, and then when I slept, my dog watched Three Amigos. So I left the TV on while I went to sleep.
Well, that's adorable.
Yeah, because I don't want her getting scared and climbing on top of my pillow, and then I don't get to sleep.
What a good pet owner you are.
All good. I watched a movie called Hard Bodies from the 80s.
Was it about steroids?
No.
Was it about sexing?
It was. It was about a guy at the beach who was real good at picking up the ladies, and three older gentlemen go to the beach and buy the nicest house on the beach to get ladies, but they're all old creeps. So they hire this kid to help them pick up ladies.
Okay.
And then hilarity ensues until the one guy gets a little rapey, which I did not see happening.
Ugh.
And then basically he tries to destroy everyone's life because he gets caught, and then they have to get revenge. And nothing happens. He just ventures a little too close to that line, and he gets his comeuppance.
Flies a little too close to the sun.
But there's a ton of boobs in it, and it's like a beach movie, and it's starring the guy who goes on a couple years later to be in Killer Clowns from Outer Space and a couple other things. But
what a flick, by the way.
Yeah. But I had never seen it before. I don't know how it escaped me because I did like it. It turns out the one guy in the movie, here's spoilers for everybody for Hard Bodies, but there's like one of the three businessmen is like a fat guy that nobody wants to fuck. And halfway through the movie, it's when somebody does finally fuck him, it's real he's got a giant hog on him, so then everybody wants to fuck him because that's how that works. And the other guy's just like a nice old cowboy who is just a nice guy.
Okay.
And then the third guy is not nice. And he gets
shout out to the fat dude.
And he gets tarred and feathered. Well, honeyed and feathered by a bunch of women.
I mean, that's always funny.
Yeah, so I liked it. It was a good movie.
Listen, as long as you liked it.
I love 80s sex comedies. I know that it probably makes me a little bit cancelable, but I'm not repeating the actions from these movies. I just think they're entertaining.
You're good, man. Don't worry about it.
All right, good. Well, thank you. But anyway, we're here to talk wrestling.
There, I just uncanceled.
Thank you. Uncanceled.
We are here to talk wrestling.
We are.
The sport of kings.
It is the sport of kings. Light week. And warning everybody now, light week. I also had a latte this morning.
We always say that, and then it's never a light week. All right. Do you want to jump into this shit then?
Let's jump into the fire, brother.
I have a couple things on the news tip.
Okay, news tip.
Is TNA dying finally?
I mean, I think it's safe to say TNA's been dying for 20 years. It's just in a slow death.
Well, like they have that pay-per-view Hard to Kill, and it's
absolutely true.
So Artie Evans left, who was on the writing team.
Yep.
They got rid of somebody else as part of the live events team.
Yeah.
And I think they said they don't have anything scheduled out past August.
Right.
Which led to a lot of speculation of what's going on.
But they did talk about they're looking to do a residency, like find a new impact zone, if you will.
Yeah, which I think, man, the pros and cons to that are tough.
Yeah. If you go back to that, can you come back from that?
It's hard because, I mean, really their heyday was just in the impact zone.
Right.
Yeah, and it was when Hogan and Bischoff came in and they wanted to take it on the road. Mm-hmm. Really their heyday is at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Let's be honest here.
Sure.
But yeah, it's like it does go to make you wonder, like, is this...
So, we talked a little bit about this. I mean, they have guaranteed TV because their parent company owns the TV station.
Yeah. I can't... and I fucking hate ratings, but I can't imagine, like...
I couldn't tell you what the ratings are, but I know they're not good. They're the third company, but just because somebody has to be.
Yeah.
Some talent left that, the Scott D'Amore, they had some real momentum on that Scott D'Amore, it seemed.
The D'Amore thing, it just... The beginning of the year, I remember saying, like, wow,
right.
TNA actually has some shit going on.
So, I just don't know because they defied the odds so much. It certainly looks that way. But I don't have a reference as to how long they've had stuff planned out in the past.
Sure.
And if they are changing gears to more of a sort of impact zone residency place, which isn't a terrible idea, I guess, then yeah, maybe you are waiting to iron that out. I don't imagine that they're looking to go live to TV.
No.
Which would be tough.
They'll never do that.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't figure any of it out. I've been waiting for the Motor City Machine Guns to show up in AEW and how long and why'd they leave if they weren't showing up somewhere else. But maybe you wait for a big payoff at the pay-per-view. Tony DK's done that before.
Sure.
But I'm hearing nothing about those guys.
Yeah, they're just working indies.
And then we have the crossover with NXT.
Which everybody speculates, like, is WWE going to buy them? But I don't think there's much value in it. Like,
no.
Like, people say, the tape library. They don't really do physical home video releases anymore.
Right.
Peacock, all they really value is, like, the fucking, I'm not calling it a PLE, pay-per-view.
Yeah. Did you see that Swerve with Bully Ray?
Sure did.
Swerve, my champion forever, because he keeps knocking Bully Ray's dick in the dirt because he did it a couple times on that fucking interview.
And Mark Henry's too.
Yeah. Mark Henry, fuck you too.
But I just wonder, like, is it finally going to end for them? I don't think it is, but it seems like such a dead product.
It is. Now. It's definitely creatively bankrupt, which it brings a bunch of different things. So like, about the tape library, like I don't think it has value to WWE because Peacock isn't going to be around for very much longer comparatively.
And they don't care about the old content.
Right, they don't care. I care, but they don't.
Yeah, they don't.
But they could probably get more out of monetizing all their old content on YouTube than, and be fine with it, especially when the deals go to Netflix or whatever. But that's neither here nor there. Do you think that there's value in TK buying the TNA catalog for eventual HBO streaming with AEW?
No.
You don't think getting whatever Stinger footage you could, the Jarrett footage?
But
I don't know.
Not at this point, I don't think.
You don't think so?
No, because Sting's retired.
Yeah.
Double G. How many people are really clamoring for it?
With Samoa Joe.
There's
some stars that wrestle
one.
there that are there, and then you can also be like, well, we have,
CM Punk.
We have AJ Styles,
sure,
conceivably in his prime, not really, but kinda.
But are you gonna promote Generation Me?
Right, exactly.
With the Bucks? I just don't see the value anywhere.
Yeah, right.
With it. I really don't. It sucks.
Yeah, right.
But I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Especially because TNA, they have that fucking Pluto channel. And they show all the
old shit. Do you think Bischoff
shit.
would take a run at it again if they were to sell the company? Or just for the back catalog, do you think Bischoff would want it and just run it as a streaming service?
Nope.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, it's one of those products where it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It exists.
It's never found a true audience, at least not what it needed.
No, getting excited about it earlier this year, it was because, Ospreay's there. Right. Okada's there. Right. That's the, and you really did think okay, you bring these guys in, this is how you hook people, and then the more left, and it just seems like ever since then, it's just, they're just dried up.
Yeah.
Even Jordan Grace coming over to NXT,
it'd be interesting.
Who's watching
right?
TNA because of it?
It would be interesting to do a show that we're not going to do here about sort of not necessarily a draft, but looking at the roster and being if TNA folded tomorrow, who goes after who? Who ends up where?
That's actually a very good idea.
I
I know for years Doug was always he'd love to get a look at those books.
Yeah.
To see where's the money going, how are you possibly staying afloat.
I know for a good chunk of years where the money was going.
Dixie Carter, brother.
Bischoff's pockets, Hogan's pockets, Dixie Carter's pockets.
And it's how
Perk Angle.
That's my boy there.
Yeah.
But it really was. It was a question of how are you staying afloat.
Yeah.
But more on that.
Nobody steal my TNA idea. I like that idea. Nobody steal it.
That is a good
That's
idea.
trademarked WeNeedWrestling.
Yeah. Please don't steal our stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Other piece of news that I have.
Yes.
Independent wrestling sensation Edith Surreal.
Oh, yeah. I didn't put this in my news.
Announced, unfortunately, they suffered another head injury.
Yes.
They're stepping away from wrestling, not forever, but for the foreseeable future.
Mm-hmm.
They're vacating their Enjoy Wrestling Championship, I believe, this weekend or whatever their next event is.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer. Always enjoyed seeing Edith.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be on LVAC shows, on Enjoy shows.
Yeah.
Edith was always a fun watch. I love their Canyon gear.
Oh, great gear.
Fucking incredible. Yeah. So really bummed about that.
Mm-hmm.
Independent wrestling loses one of the names that they have out there that I felt helped people feel included.
Yes.
So yeah, that stinks.
Yeah.
Feel real bad.
Yeah. The official statement here. 10 days ago, I was injured during a match. As a result, I'm not able to defend my Enjoy Championship next weekend at Immaculate, and I will be relinquishing the title. I think that was against Sonny Kiss, too. That was going to be against Sonny. This is my third major head injury. After talks with my doctor and family, I've decided that I must put my in-ring wrestling career on indefinite hiatus. Thank you to everyone who supported and believed in me. I have achieved more than I ever thought I could. Every match has been a dream come true. Love, Edie.
Yeah.
And Edith is definitely a bright spot on a lot of shows.
Absolutely.
And a super talented wrestler. Edith versus Ziggy Haim 3 years ago, I think was one of the matches of the year. Genuinely, still one of my favorite DVD table bumps. It's such a phenomenal match.
Yeah.
And Edith and Enjoy was a really good sort of outlet for that for some people. And
I agree.
Yeah, and that's a bummer. And it's sadly, and this is 100% on me, but it's another wrestler that I've had endless opportunities to get a mark pick with.
Just it was always next time.
And I've spoken briefly, good match or whatever. But I never went and got that mark pick, and mostly it's because Edith was always busy at those shows.
Absolutely,
just always aligned. So, but that's a top indie talent. Yeah. Edith is a top indie talent that is going away. Maybe not forever. Maybe, who knows? It's their decision. But
yes, best wishes.
The indies are worse off without Edith Surreal.
I agree 100%. Yeah, best wishes.
Yes.
Do you have anything?
I do. Not necessarily. Kind of news. Kind of not news. Speculation for one, I guess, but that one's funny. But I want to talk about one thing really quick, and don't roll your eyes at me too hard. But Kevin Kelly is a piece of shit.
Jesus.
And I just want to say this. Allegedly, I don't know what is he going to try and fucking sue me to? I don't know. But sue me for what? But Kevin Kelly did an interview or whatever, and they transcribed it and whatever about what happened at AEW, and he contradicts himself a bunch of times, and he says he knew it wasn't a fit, and he told Tony Khan it wasn't a fit, but he was let go anyway because of slander from Ian Riccaboni, but he got Ian Riccaboni the job because he discovered Ian at the Monster Factory and whatever. But then he says that he's not going to compare himself to Hana Kimura.
Well, this one blew everybody's minds when he said this.
But he is comparing himself to Hana Kimura.
Fucking not even close.
It's not the same thing, but the same thing happened to him. So
man, if you're anti-Ian, I'm anti-you.
Right, absolutely.
Ian fucking rules.
And when he outlines what Ian did,
it
was in a Discord, which is hilarious.
And listen, I've seen the screenshots, whatever.
Yeah, right.
It's just
he says,
petty.
It happened to a much greater extent. I'm not comparing myself to it at all, but to Hana Kimura. Because when you bring down the force of social media onto a person, wrongly accusing someone, there are consequences. You can't do that. You shouldn't do that. And I mean, what happened to Hannah, of course, was much worse than what happened to me. I'm not even comparing those. But again, it's the same thing. And that's really just it. And then the next sentence is, I was not a fit for AEW. I just felt like it was a very different kind of place and very stressful. And he said that, he couldn't grasp anything. And we all saw that. We saw we heard how terrible the job he was doing.
We sure did.
And I think it was just laziness. I think he thought he was going to have a bit of a cakewalk, and it didn't happen.
It sucks, too, because he was so good in New Japan.
He's great in New Japan. Great in New Japan.
He lost it.
Yeah, he did. And sometimes you lose your fastball, and then you apparently blame Ian Riccaboni for that. But what I wanted to say here is that, in response to Kevin Kelly, is that not to give him any ideas, but Tim, the tailor-made man, has a better lawsuit to get me kicked off the soon-to-be-named network.
It's true.
Than Kevin Kelly does to get Ian Riccaboni moved from AEW to Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
I'm not giving anyone any ideas.
No, nobody do nothing.
I have a lawyer on retainer.
I have a life coach, a death coach.
And he owns a pickaxe. That's all I'm saying. And he's an inventor. So you find a pitchfork up your ass.
He's an entrepreneur.
Yes.
A connoisseur of many walks of life.
Absolutely. A life coach, death coach.
Spiritual guidance.
That's right.
Sexual guidance.
Right. My personal chef.
Sexual deviant.
That's right. The most respectful sexual deviant there ever was. My second thing, which I think is speculation, but is very funny to me, is that there's been speculation this week that Cody Rhodes is getting a manager, because Cody said, I think I should get a manager.
Purely fucking
speculation. Yes. But did you see who it's supposed to be? Like the rumor is?
Double A.
Yeah. So the rumor is that Arn Anderson, because he left AEW, is going to be brought in to be Cody Rhodes' manager. And I saw this week all the WWE fans saying how great that would be. And I'm like, but we had that. Do you guys not?
Again, it's bad faith arguments.
We had it in AEW and it wasn't good, remember? Oh, you guys don't remember?
Come on, it was good when Arn said, I'll take out...
Right.
I'll pull out the Glock.
Right, the Glock.
Put it to his head.
Glock Anderson.
It spilled his brains all over the concrete.
And Arn is going to do whatever he needs to do to get his kid a job. And rightfully so.
His kid is such dog shit.
But if Arn signs on to WWE with the promise that his kid gets an NXT run, he's going to fucking do it, right? No blame there. But like we had it, and it wasn't that great. And I love Arn, best spine buster there ever was.
Absolutely, spine on the pine, brother.
Not a great talker. He has his moments.
Yeah.
You know,
I love Arn.
You know, you put you put one of ours in the hospital. We put 2 years in the morgue. Like he's got some good lines here and there. But it was also 40 years ago. He's not really that guy anymore.
The Glock line was amazing.
The Glock line was great. No, he did do some good things in AEW again, but it was hit or miss, mostly miss. And we had this presentation. We don't need. What do you like? I don't think Cody's a great promo, but he needs a fucking manager. Are you telling me?
I don't think he needs a manager.
Right? He's a valet. But get fucking.
Don't you fucking say Brandy.
Mel.
Mel. Yes, Mel Practice.
Mel Practice.
Yeah.
I'm
representing
so
the
sad
Nightmare Collective.
I hope she's doing okay. I'm sad that never caught on.
Nightmare Collective,
the Nightmare Family, and then Nightmare Collective.
God,
when they went heel, I don't remember.
Fuck them all.
Luther came out the other side.
Luther, yes, we do adore our sweet Luther.
Yeah, and did we talk about on the show that Jake Hager didn't get re-signed?
We did now. There you go.
Okay. Well,
sure.
Apparently, the Jericho rub does have an end date.
We're going to go to the fucking Jack Swagger run in 2024 in WWE.
I saw people posting when that happened. Like, he was a WWE World Champion and AEW couldn't do anything with him. He would have put asses in seats as a title run. That's why he was WWE champion. Like, what are you people talking about? He was a disaster.
Jack Swagger.
But anyway, I don't have any other news. You want me to Google the news? Or are we good? I think that's a good segment.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Right.
I do have a question for you, though.
Okay.
Before we...
Whoa.
No, this is just my question to you,
okay.
sir.
I don't have to play music. Okay.
No.
Right. Brad's question. Gonna answer Brad's question. There you go.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Who killed WCW?
DeWicky, do nothing with that.
Yeah, just let that go. Who killed WCW?
I don't know, but thanks for fucking nothing.
Oh my god.
I watched it.
It made me so happy when the Hitman said that.
Yeah. It is nothing, man.
Listen, dude, you fucking know the story.
I've been obsessed with WCW since I was watching it.
So, okay.
Here's the thing.
Everything. Like, seeing, like, you know, the same clips I've seen.
It's not that I didn't like it. I enjoyed
times.
watching it. I'm going to watch the rest of it.
Yeah, it's only a 4-parter thing.
But, like, read any blog from the last 20 years and you'll learn everything.
Read fucking Guy Evans' Nitro book. That's all you need to do.
Bischoff lies. Kevin Nash tells half-truths. And they all blame Vince Russo.
Well, they interview Vinny Rue coming up.
I know, I can't wait. He's gonna be so fucking pissy about everything.
It is funny that like The Rock's doing it.
It was always awkward seeing him on there.
Listen, he's a former WCW champion.
That's true.
So
later on,
he's got the lineage, brother.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting when because like this was very much a recap. This wasn't who killed WCW this first episode. It was what was WCW.
Yeah, of course. Because it's setting you up to let you know who they were.
Right. It talks about the NWO and like how high the high was and all that. So like, and that's fine. But I guess they're gonna be near Goldberg, so that's gonna be a thing. And
fuck
yeah,
piece of shit.
I'm sorry, Bill Goldberg.
Yeah,
Bill Goldberg. But yeah, it was good. I mean, I'll always watch WCW stuff. I'm still obsessed.
Me too. I love WCW.
But
WCW should have won.
I'm not waiting for any revelation.
No,
they're not.
There's gonna be no big shocker here.
Nothing's gonna be revealed.
No,
I laughed when one of the first talking heads you saw was Medusa, and I was like, "Who the fuck does she? What does she know?"
Yeah,
no shit. She was there for a cup of coffee.
Come on, man. She had that one match with I don't know.
Did
she work Bull worked?
I mean, she definitely set things off by throwing the championship in the garbage can and stuff. But like, she's not anybody needs to hear fucking talk.
I agree.
Honestly, like I would rather listen to Fire from the Nitro Girls talk about her experience than Medusa. But it is
Kim
what it
Page
is.
On there.
Yes,
sup Kim Page.
Let's get Kim Page everywhere.
I agree with that.
But yeah, and I liked Nash saying that Ray wanted him to throw him through the window, and that's when
that was funny. Dart. He's like, you'll die,
right? And I liked that. We tried to make it real and believable, and we worked with this and that, and they did. And WWE absolutely revolutionized how wrestling looks and whatnot. But
Bischoff saying, I didn't even know WCW was before I got hired there.
Fucked.
Stop it.
You're fucked.
Just fucking knock it
You're
off,
an
pal.
idiot.
You worked at AWA before. Like, shut up.
You knew because Vern was cursing everybody's name in that fucking locker room. Come on.
Shut up.
Come on. Like, Bischoff is just full of shit. He's going to be full of shit through the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's acting like he's solely responsible, but then all the wrestlers are like, once Bischoff joined the NWO and got on camera, it was just a garbage show.
It sure was. It was a Bischoff jerk-off fest.
Yeah. And I loved it all, and it was great. And
I'll watch.
But it was a recap. This was what was WCW, and we'll see.
It was the greatest wrestling promotion.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, they were so fucking good.
They're really good.
I love WCW.
Really good.
All right.
To this day, gun to my head, I'm a WCW guy. Like, if you ask me, I'm a WCW guy. It's just what it is.
Yeah, even
I watched it all, but I'm a WCW guy.
Joe Mercy, he's a WCW guy. He's like, I haven't watched wrestling in 20 years. He goes, WCW stopped, and I stopped.
I took a break after that too for a little bit.
But all right, let's get into
what are we doing? Where are we at?
Actual wrestling.
What are we talking about? Where are we going?
So I have a match for Monday Night Raw.
Okay, one.
Ludwig Kaiser versus Sheamus.
Is that the guy who was kicked out of Imperium?
No.
Okay, this is
the other guy.
Okay. Is this the guy with hair? They kicked out the bald guy.
They kicked out Giovanni Vinci.
Okay.
Which I forget what his other name was. Fuck. Something Italian. I forget what it was.
Okay.
But then Ludwig Kaiser, he was Marcel Bartel.
Yes.
So it was him versus Sheamus. Mm-hmm. Dude, they're giving Kaiser a singles push. So they showed last week where he jumped Sheamus in the back and beat him up.
He's pretty lanky dude though, isn't he?
Yeah. I think so. He got real slim.
Yeah.
But he kind of has a chicken and rice belly a little bit. Which I was like, brother, here we go.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. They beat the shit out of each other.
Is this nothing to do with Gunther? It's not like a build ending with Gunther. It's just okay.
No, they beat the shit out of each other.
Oh, good.
I don't know what it is with European wrestlers at WWE. They're just fuck it. Let's just hit each other for real.
Why not?
It was it felt full of just hate, and I loved it.
I think with Sheamus particularly, and this is not a knock on Sheamus in any way. I have no beef with Sheamus except for that time he did the beard thing.
With the mohawk?
With the braids and whatever he did, and the beads.
Uh-huh.
He's an older guy. I think his body is pretty beat up, right? So what do you do to make your wrestling as believable and entertaining? Start laying your shit in a little harder.
And he has been. Now,
can't take as many bumps. Can't do as many big things.
Yeah.
Just start laying your shit in, and people don't mind.
Yeah.
It's the key to longevity.
I was very impressed with how hard they hit each other.
Good.
And
that's cool.
So the finish. So Kaiser was working Sheamus's knee most of the match. Sheamus went up. He had Kaiser on the second rope to do the jumping emerald flosion or whatever the fuck he does. Or they call it the white noise, I think it's called. And so Kaiser flipped off of Sheamus's back, and he does a drop kick to Sheamus's knee. Sheamus falls off the second rope backwards, starts holding his knee. Pin 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
I'm going, whoa! What's no finisher here? Right. Okay, I like that.
Interesting.
I thought it was very good.
All right.
I didn't watch anything else from Rob, but when I saw that, I was like, okay,
all right.
I can get behind dudes hitting each other for real.
Cool.
And they also spit at each other during the match.
Ugh.
Yeah, spit play.
That's called cheap heat, brother.
It's called spit play.
I saw an interview. Was it a Hot Ones with Stone Cold? Maybe it was Hot Ones. I don't know. But the guy was reading terms off to him, what's this mean? What's this mean?
Okay.
And he was they were like, what's cheap heat? And he goes, well, it's and he's like, example, I get in the ring, I spit on you. He goes, because anybody can do that. That's cheap heat.
It's cheap heat, brother.
Yeah. So I know the guy's like, what's color? And he's like, that's blood.
It's the greatest thing about this business. That's what it is.
That's right.
All right. So another thing.
Yes.
That was watched.
Yes. Watched by all.
GCW tournament.
Those letters on this show.
Survival.
That's interesting.
9.
Yes.
So you and Michelle were out doing the hardcore.
It was.
Doug and I were here at the compound.
Oh, do I gotta cancel that subscription?
No, it's under mine. I have to cancel it.
Is it?
Yeah, because you may have been logged into my account.
Oh, okay. Because I got an email about it.
Really?
Huh?
I can swear it's under mine. We'll check.
Yeah.
It was a 7-day trial, so we have till Saturday.
Yeah.
So GCW running Tournament of Survival 9.
Yeah.
Doug and I have gone to multiple Tournament of Survivals together. Doug has done many CCW Tournament of Deaths.
Right.
You never went to any, right?
I'm not that much of a ghoul. I have my limits.
I thought you were perfect.
No,
everybody has their flaw.
Everybody has a flaw.
So we said, hey, let's fucking watch.
Yeah.
Because Doug and I are sick people.
Yes.
And the lineup I thought was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. It was exciting.
The first match of the tournament was featuring Yuki Ishikawa, who is the current Big Japan Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, he's the champion. Okay.
Yes. Going up against the great and devious Ultra Mantis Black.
Yes.
So
would you have watched this if Mantis wasn't on it?
Considering where it was in the circumstances, probably.
All right.
But it gave me the incentive to really watch it. Mantis, Mantis, he makes the rare appearance every now and again.
Yes.
In a fucking deathmatch tournament.
And he did the thing.
Listen, brother.
He did the deal.
Mantis, you're the fucking man.
He's a man.
I thought that this was so much fun.
Yeah.
That crowd was so into him.
They really were.
You know?
And you wouldn't think that from a GCW crowd.
Well, so here's the thing.
He is universally loved if anybody has crossover appeal.
It's that East Coast. He's an East Coast indie legend at this point. Yes. You know? Right. So a lot of those fans, they're not just deathmatch fans. They're wrestling fans and been going to these shows a long time, and they know who Mantis is. Right. I thought he fucking went for it, man.
Yeah, this was it was like a chamber of horrors or whatever they call it.
Yeah, every match had a theme.
Hanging light tubes and whatever.
Yeah.
It perfectly set the tone for the rest of the night, I felt. Did. It was lots of blood. Like, Mantis got a lot of blood. Big gash on his arm, but his back was all messed up. A lot of mostly light tube stuff.
He went for it.
But I think they both went for it, and it was a very good set the tone opener.
I agree.
For what the rest of the night should be. I wish Mantis had continued on.
Of course.
But also, again, infrequent deathmatch guy against the Big Japan champion. I'm sure there's, somebody gets put over, but has to be. But I thought he did a really good job. I was super impressed.
Do you remember who we saw Mantis in a deathmatch against?
Who we saw Mantis in a deathmatch against? No.
Can I give you a hint?
Yeah.
Powerbomb TV.
I mean, I know the show you're talking about because that's when we saw Jordan Grace and the Raw Dog. It wasn't the Raw Dog, though.
Nope.
No, who?
Orange Cassidy.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Wow.
God, now I gotta look it up because me doubting my fucking self.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. I'm almost positive.
And it was an actual deathmatch?
Yeah.
Huh.
Let's see.
Interesting. I remember Sean Waltman was there.
He was walking around with his dog.
Yeah. Huh. Powerbomb TV.
Yeah, powerbomb.tv.
Snip stamp.
Fuck yeah, dude. So it was... Boy, I'm going to be real upset if I'm wrong.
Oh, no.
Where is it? God damn, he has so much shit.
Uh-oh.
Fucking Mantis. What year was that?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, no. Well, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
It was pre-bodybuilder Jordan Grace.
Joe, I apologize.
I mean, it was pre-AEW, so it's at least 6 years ago.
Here it is. Okay. It was a no disqualification, no count out, false count anywhere, exploding ring match.
Mantis Orange Cassidy?
Yes.
Did the ring explode?
It was October 22nd, 2017.
Okay.
Because Mantis beat him.
Did the ring explode?
No.
Oh.
But it was on powerbomb.tv Futures.
So I'm sure it's
because Puma King beat John Silver.
I remember Puma King.
Eddie beat Matt Lynch.
I don't remember Eddie being on the show either.
Yeah. The main event was Jonathan Gresham with Stokely Hathaway against Joey Lynch for the vacant Powerbomb.tv independent title.
Who did Jordan Grace work on that show?
Jamie Senegal.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah.
Brute Van Slyke beat Baron Black.
I remember Brute Van Slyke.
Yeah. So with Cassidy and Mantis, it went to a time limit draw. And then a double count out, and then they did the deathmatch portion.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, Puma King versus John Silver.
I remember Puma King. That was cool.
Joey Lynch
versus
show. Beat Deshaun Pratt. Gresham beat Fly Warrior.
Well, I'm sure I remember Fly Warrior too.
Tracy Williams beat Red Eagle.
I'm sure it's on Jerry's Internet Wrestling Emporium.
I don't know if he has access to those tapes.
Use code Mortis.
Yeah, I remember that shit. But But yeah, I remember.
Okay, Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah, so...
All right.
I gotta get my fucking eyes on that again. But anyway, Mantis fucking rules.
Yeah, Mantis is the man.
It was so cool seeing it. And again, I love the reception that he got, and the fans chanted, "Please come back."
Yes.
Which I'm sure is always a great feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
Good for Mantis.
For sure.
Another match that I'll talk about, and if you have any other matches, please jump in.
Mm-hmm.
This was another of the first round matches.
Okay.
Brandon Kirk.
Yep.
Versus Shunma Katsumata.
I watched this because I didn't want to disappoint Ed.
Brother, this was fucking awesome.
This is incredible. This is the match of the night. The first match of this show.
It was the fucking match
for sure.
of the night.
Because, and here's why I think, is because this was a DDT death match.
Yeah.
And they do them so different and so much better than everybody else. This was my favorite match from this show.
Yeah, so this match, they were doing their entrances, and I had to use the little boys' room.
Yeah.
So I missed like the whole bit with the chicken.
Okay.
I had to go back. I went back and watched it. And like after the chicken goes out of play, this fucker got turned up a notch.
The spot where Kirk puts the tube in Shunma's mouth and does the knee drive to the back of his head and pops the tube is disgusting. I really love that.
The Lego spot.
Ugh. The Shunma, they lay Legos down, which is a common DDT thing. Sorry, color plastic bricks.
Building blocks,
And Shunma takes Brandon Kirk's shoes off and then gives him like an atomic drop. Great stuff. Really like that. The sunset bomb off the ladder was an incredible bump.
Dude.
Really great stuff.
Yeah.
And then the double stomp through the plate glass. Where Shunma puts Kirk's under the glass and goes to the top, and Kirk comes out and puts him through it.
Yeah.
With like the double stomp kind of thing,
Dude,
the Meteora, whatever.
That was gross.
Yeah.
Shunma doing like the splash off of the top through light tubes in those big plastic bins was fucking gross.
Yeah, the bins were cool. Yep.
The finish.
Yeah.
When Kirk, oh my God, what does he hit him with? I forget the fucking driver or whatever.
Yeah, I forget
it was. So he had four chairs like all set together. And he hit Shunma with the fucking driver, which is going to drive me nuts that I'm not remembering the name of that now. It looked so good.
I have a picture of it on my computer, but yes.
Fuck yeah.
I don't remember what it's called.
It looked awesome, man. I was very, very impressed with this match.
I feel this is what a death match should be. It was the perfect combination of fun spots and pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, I really, really like this match.
Yeah. I was very hyped about it, and Doug was also very hyped about it.
And I say, like, I'm not a ghoul, as like you guys are. I do like deathmatch wrestling. I just have my limits. But, like, and I enjoy it when I see it. I just, deathmatch wrestling has changed a lot.
Deathmatch wrestling has changed a lot.
There's a lot, the death is a lot more featured.
Well, you know.
So.
Sometimes you get what you give.
Sure.
So... Next thing that I had, which was another first round matchup, John Wayne Murdoch against a mystery opponent.
I did not watch this.
Oh, brother. Jimmy Lloyd comes out.
Was it Jimmy Lloyd?
Sorry, Broski Jimmy.
Was it Jimmy?
So Jimmy Lloyd comes out, and he's cutting a fucking promo about sports entertainment. He's wearing the Zack Ryder one-legged tights. It's so funny. Doug was very mad because he couldn't see if a horse took a shit.
Oh, well.
And then music hits, and do you remember Slade?
The wrestler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes out.
Oh, I saw a bunch of pictures of him this week, but I didn't know that he was the one. He's a bad dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
This motherfucker bled everywhere.
Okay.
It, like, maybe went 5 minutes.
Okay.
Dude, so much blood.
Okay.
To the point where Doug and I were like, oh, man. This is a little much.
All right.
Yeah, Slade rules. Slade, I like John Wayne Murdoch, but Slade, big thumbs up for Slade.
Okay.
So I have one. The only other, or no, I have another match, semifinal match.
Yeah, I watched this too. I think
John Wayne Murdoch versus Brandon Kirk.
Yes, I watched this.
Brother, another banger.
I really liked it. I didn't like the finish.
I don't remember the finish.
It was a submission.
And
Brandon Kirk just passed out instead of tapping out.
Well, and that was the story because it was his first tournament of survival, and they were trying to establish him as like a tough dude.
Yeah, I get it.
I liked when that was like a spear to the outside on the barbed wire, like
and the
netting. Ugh.
Yeah, there's a lot of really
you
cool
could actually
spots.
see the barbs in John Wayne Murdoch.
A lot of great gimmicks, a lot of great... the main event was like the barbed wire trap match or whatever. It was okay.
Man, it wasn't very good.
Nah,
John Wayne Murdoch wins the tournament.
I let it run, and I was like, that's fine, whatever. Like it was just for 2 big spots, and that was about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this semifinal, I thought it was good. The Brandon Kirkham win, Joe Wayne Murdoch. Good stuff.
More importantly, sir.
Yes. No.
Did you watch when Matt Tremont came out?
Well, so you told me this, and then I did watch it because I just thought everyone was hearing him wrong.
No.
Because I wish we had the clip, but like Abdullah the Butcher, who is clearly not of sound mind.
What the fuck is going on?
Is like, you're the best to ever do this. You want to replace me? I've seen what you do. It's the best. It's the best.
So John Wayne Murdoch, Matt Tremont, later in the night, after the show, there's a Deathmatch Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
Yes.
And he's putting Abby in. And like he's like, I have this fork that you gave me. And now I gotta stab you with it.
Okay.
And Abby got wheeled out. And then this is where this weird fucking promo's happening. When he says to Tremont, yeah, you're the best to ever do this.
Wait, this wasn't during the Tournament of Survival? This was at the Hall of Fame?
No, this was during the tournament.
Okay.
No, but it was setting it up to for you to watch it later.
Okay.
The Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
When he says to Tremont, this hasn't left my mind since this happened. You're the Black Abdullah the Butcher.
Yes. I don't understand. I don't get it. I listened to it like twice, 3 times.
What?
Well, because then he doesn't stop. And because then he's like, if you don't get in that ring and do it, I'm going to get in there and do it for you. Like, if you can't keep the name Black Abdullah the Butcher, I guess.
You're the Black
I'm gonna get in there and
Butcher.
take you out. It was very weird. And listen, Abby's not a talker. But yeah, he legit in his little jazzy says, you're the Black Abdullah the Butcher. And Tremont even like sort of he does like when a dog hears a weird sound for the first time. Tremont's like, what was that?
Doug and I.
Oh, I wish I was here for Doug's reaction.
Pure red.
Yeah, I
can
can picture it. I know exactly what it is. I can hear the sound. All of it. You're dying.
He fucking says, you're the Black Abdullah the Butcher.
Yeah.
Doug and I just looked at each other and went, what the fuck? And proceeded to sit on your couch.
Abby said it.
Why? I'm stuck.
I mean, if I'm Tremont, I'm running with it.
I'm stuck. I'm running with it. I can't move forward. Somebody give me Matt Tremont's phone number. I need to fucking ask him a question.
The bulldozer's gone. All that shit. No more. It is Matt the Black Abdullah the Butcher Tremont. Not the Black Butcher. Not Black Abdullah. Matt the Black Abdullah the Butcher Tremont.
Oh my god. Dude, what the fuck does that mean? Newsflash, everyone.
So
Abdullah the Butcher's black.
Right, but so here's the confusing thing. So let's just work this out really quick.
I can't. I got fucking tears in my eyes.
So obviously the biggest error there is that Tremont's a white guy, right? But let's just say that Matt Tremont was a person of color. Abdullah the Butcher is still the Black Abdullah the Butcher. So, like, there's no scenario.
Why?
There's no scenario where Abdullah the Butcher gets to name someone else the Black Abdullah the Butcher, and it gets to be accurate. Because he himself is the Black Abdullah the Butcher.
Why did it happen? Why? Dude.
So, like... Do you think he meant to say the white Abdullah the Butcher?
I don't know.
I don't think he knows what he was saying at all.
Dude, he fucking called him the Black Abdullah the Butcher. And I had fucking put in the Discord. I was like, correct me if I'm wrong. But
Can I name this episode the Black Abdullah the Butcher?
Sure can now.
Does that get us canceled? I don't think so. It's a quote. I'll put it in quotes.
Dude, the other day, Doug just texted me, just said, you are the Black Abdullah Butcher. It's just, I can't get it out of my head.
There's not a situation where that makes sense. Unless you go all the way back to the beginning.
Dude, that's a fucking top 3 laugh I've ever had in my life. And have
Abdullah not be a black man.
Yes, like, dude, even people on Twitter were so
I don't understand.
Confused. Somebody's like, now as a black man being myself, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, people say it's the most unhinged promo they've ever seen in their life.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Oh, I'm fucking sweating. I'm crying. You are the Black Abdullah
the Black Abdullah the Butcher.
What does it mean?
It means exactly what he says. He is the Black Abdullah the Butcher.
Oh my god, I gotta recover. That was fucked up.
Matt, the Black Abdullah the Butcher, Tremont.
So Tournament Survival,
yes,
as a whole, like I thought it was okay.
It always stinks when your main event isn't great.
That's the big.
It doesn't have
problem.
to be the best one on the show because normally when some guys are fresh, they're going to do a little bit more because you're supposed the gimmick is you've worn down throughout. But this was just so clearly set up for the 2 big spots, the scaffolding spot.
Yeah,
and that hurts, but it was still good.
So like past Tournament Survivals,
it's certainly tamer than a lot of other survivals. Too.
It is because the one that Doug and I went to at Starland Ballroom, but Joe actually was on commentary for. That's how long ago it was. It was Cyclope, not the Cyclope, but the other Cyclope against his tag partner, and half the ring got ripped up with the boards, and it was all barbed wire netting underneath. Okay. That was crazy. Yeah. And then the one we were at where G-Raver, he went to the barbed wire, fell through the barbed wire, and cracked his head on the ground and got a concussion. Yeah. And then they looked at Schlack, and Schlack stands up and goes, ooh! And he just grabs light tubes, starts busting them over his head. A light tube flew to the ground and dug in his dick. And he's wearing his Dia-side Chachi and just starts chugging beers like, let's fucking go.
Doug was?
No.
What the fuck happened? That's not the Doug I know.
Doug used to own a Chachi. Yeah. Face-off Chachi.
That's true.
With the penis tank shirt. Oh, God. All right. I'm not going to be able to get past this for the rest of my life.
That's fine. We covered it.
You are the Black Abdullah the Butcher.
Yes.
What? Okay. Pause for the cause. All right. So.
Collect yourself. You're good.
Oh, I'm fucking
this.
sweaty.
Yes.
I can't focus on my life.
Deep breaths. Box breathing.
Rampage.
Okay.
I actually watched some Rampage.
All right. Yeah, it was a good lineup.
So Takeshita against Penta. Mm-hmm. I thought this, like, for Rampage was very good.
Yes.
I thought Penta made, like, not that you really need to make Takeshita look good. Mm-hmm. I thought Penta's selling really made Takeshita look special.
Yeah.
He sold every strike like it was murder.
So did Take, though, because the convoluted Canadian Destroyer, his sell was really good after it, though. And then when Penta spit after the elbow from Takeshita, it looked like he fucking killed him.
Yeah. Did you see that report that Penta's contract's coming up?
Oh, really?
And that WWE is interested?
Really?
Yeah.
In just Penta or in both of them?
I think it's, just his contract.
Yeah. Ray probably has a bunch of
Ray, you can add a bunch of injury time if you need be.
Interesting.
Yeah, so.
I wonder what you do there if you're TK. Penta's been
Penta's the fucking man.
He's a solid member
never
of your roster.
Never gave him a singles push, but like Death Triangle kicked ass, Lucha Bros kick ass, so please hold on to him.
WWE does, like, I mean this with all my heart, one masked wrestler has gone over Luchador in WWE ever.
Yeah,
so I wouldn't.
They just don't know what to do.
Right. If you're have political ambitions and you're almost 7 feet tall, then you could wear a mask and be over.
That's true.
Or if you're Hulk Hogan's friend, Mr. America.
The other match I had was Tony Storm versus Viva Van.
Hold on.
Oh, no. What'd you watch?
Jericho announces he's stepping away from commentary. And that means it's very nice on its surface. I was like, oh, cool, because he says that Daddy Magic is taking over or whatever. Yeah. But then he promises 3, 4, 5 segments a week on TV, and we do get that. So it is I'm cut deep. It was a trickaroo. We
did get that.
It was a ruse.
We got
bamboozled. It was a cunning attempt to deceive me.
Led astray.
I do like that the Roddy thing where he's going to take on Lio Rush because Roddy said, I was the next one out.
That was, yeah.
I saw some people online being like, there was no story, so why do I care? That's a story.
He's facing Lio Rush or that he was challenging Swerve?
He's going to take out Lio Rush for costing him his spot in the gauntlet or whatever. Yeah. So, and then Pretty Peter Avalon made a fucking appearance, which is super weird.
Yeah, no thanks.
They teased that Hechicero is with the Gates of Agony, which makes no sense.
That makes me sad.
Tony Storm, Viva Van, I don't know anything about it.
No.
It was good. I like seeing Viva Van on the TV.
Too. I like Tony Storm kept doing the ass in the face maneuver because the crowd was like one more time. She was doing the hip swivel. Yeah, I love Tony Storm.
She might be the best wrestler on their roster.
What a bright spot!
Absolutely,
of AEW.
Every time.
Oh,
everywhere.
She kills it everywhere.
And then that Outcast promo was terrible.
Didn't watch it.
Cool Kyle Jordan Cruz was a squash.
Didn't watch it.
Johnny TV challenges Claudio Castagnoli.
Certainly did not watch it.
Listen, I just want to say this.
I'm not watching WWE main event.
Right. But they call themselves, the Johnny TV and his wife Taya, call themselves the king and queen of ratings. That's their gimmick here.
Oh, good.
And I just want to say to Taya that, congratulations on the Ozempic prescription.
Oh, boy.
She looks good.
Good for her.
But she definitely is like everyone else on getting on Ozempic. So, and I didn't watch the main event because why would I want to watch Phoenix versus Isaiah Cassidy?
Yeah,
it is still a Rampage after all. The main event was on first.
It's true. Collision.
We're a couple colliders.
Roderick Strong versus Lio Rush.
Yes.
I enjoyed the shit out of this.
Yeah.
Listen, I understand. I feel like I'm like a big Lio Rush guy.
Okay.
I loved his run in NXT.
Yeah.
His New Japan run last year was phenomenal. That lame shit he's doing with the rocks and stuff and the black card, that could fuck all the way off.
I'm not a big Lio Rush guy. We've talked about this. He's super talented.
Yeah.
I'm never going to deny his talent. Just not a fan.
I love this match because it's a great clash of styles.
For sure.
Lio is so fast and his dodging Roddy's strikes and stuff, but then once Roddy hits him, he's fucking down.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the shit out of this.
I'm glad to see that everything, because listen, Lio said some things when he left the first time over the Swole stuff.
Yeah.
And, I'm glad that, he did some interviews after that and talked with TK and said, that he, they did clear things up and, had their conversations and whatever, and he's fine. I'm glad he's back and they've settled that sort of thing because when that Swole thing happened, I think it was a lot of nonsense from both sides.
I do agree.
Tony, Swole was not doing anything for the product. No. I actually don't even know if Swole's still in the business, honestly. No. And if she is, good luck, great. That's awesome. But, Lio had her back, and then Tony came out and sort of buried Swole because he was pissed. And so I'm glad that all got ironed out. Who knows if Leo's going to be around or whatever. He seems to be a guy who floats and does his thing. But he certainly can pick up a show and do a match like this that is a decent little highlight.
Was super
for
into it,
for sure.
Know?
People do like him. He's an exciting guy to watch.
Yeah.
Because he is fast moving and
I feel like
does some crazy stuff.
If I'm TK, I sit down and have a real conversation with him.
Yeah.
And say, listen, I understand the track record here.
It's a bit of a risk because of that track record.
I'm going to give you a 90-day deal.
Yeah.
And let's see what we could do. If at the end of the 90 days, I feel like you're really kind of turned around and no bad reports or nothing like that, then let's work out an extension.
Well, you know what's interesting about him, too?
Because not everybody needs to sign multi-year deals.
I agree. What's interesting about him, too, is that, he's a good talker. When he was managing Lashley, he was really good.
He was awesome.
But he didn't seem to be doing that necessarily for himself as a singles guy. And I really liked him as a talker. I thought he was good for Lashley.
I really like Lio Rush. Yeah. I don't know. I just something with him clicks for me. Did you watch Garcia and Shibata versus the Workhorsemen?
Well, so there was a couple promos I want to talk about really quick. I thought Jack Perry did a good promo on this show.
Oh, yeah, in the shower?
Yeah, I thought it was good. Yeah. It was the first time I sort of saw him and I was like, oh, wait, maybe you do give a shit? Maybe you do?
Should have poured motor oil on himself being in the shower.
But he says, the company turned on him, but he still believes in AEW and whatever. It's still coming from, that elite side of it. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was a good little promo. And I like that Roddy hunts down TK backstage and says that he wants the Swerve match because we're both neck strong.
Yeah, we both recovered from catastrophic neck injuries. I was the next guy out. And
and he was like, "We're both neck strong. We should be united in this." So
TK gives it to him.
Yes.
So it sets up Roddy versus Swerve for Dynamite.
Yes, and the winner faces
for the
Ospreay
AEW title
at Forbidden Door. Did you say Garcia Shibata?
Yeah, versus the Workhorsemen.
The Wrestlers is what I'm calling them because they both wore black tights.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I thought Daniel Garcia looked awesome in this match.
It's great.
And
they clearly
super over.
Seem to be trying to do something with him again.
Yeah, like the crowd loves him. I mean, the dance is still over, but his wrestling's over.
Right.
I'll tell you what, man.
It's almost like being saddled with Jericho for a year and a half doesn't help people's fucking careers, and they have to spend time rehabbing you after that's over.
Crazy how that works.
It's so weird.
I really like the Workhorsemen.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna have a fucking mental breakdown when Anthony Henry got fired, like a lot of people try to do. I really like them as a tag team.
Yeah, they work.
If AEW gave a single solitary fuck about their tag division, which they don't at this point, I feel like they should be featured.
Right, they can make something out of them.
JD Drake, I like when he hit that moonsault, the crowd went fucking crazy. Anthony Henry's he's a good wrestler too.
Yeah, for sure.
I really did. I like them a lot. I think that they could do something with them.
It's weird, sometimes it seems like AEW is just like, well, if they're not over as soon as they show up, what can we do?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you can build these guys, put them in good matches against good opponents. You can build these guys because what the hell? They're building what FTR Elite again? That's all you got. That's it.
I don't want to see
Acclaimed Elite. That's all you got.
I don't want to see Acclaimed versus the Young Bucks.
Right.
I'd rather see a team I don't know, try to do something with the Workhorsemen.
Right.
You don't have to put the straps on them, but give them a good feud.
Do you think it's because they're afraid to fail with somebody? Like what if they put the weight of the company behind the Workhorsemen in the tag division and it doesn't work? Do you think they're afraid that then they're going to get well, look what they try to do with these idiots and they couldn't do it? Or do you think they just don't give a shit to try and make anybody like these guys?
I just don't
anymore.
I don't think they look at them as a viable tag.
Because you certainly could.
But look at motherfucker, you didn't put the tag straps on the Heavenly Bodies,
right?
And people still talk about the Heavenly Bodies. I
know I do.
Don't forget to bring the straw.
Right.
But no, man, I do like the Workhorsemen. I think they're pretty dope. But the match was good.
Right.
Did you like the Tony Storm backstage promo? Where she says her and Mariah are going to the bar?
Yeah, I just said I watched that movie. Yeah.
Yeah. I loved it.
Why didn't they include your downfall in the movie? Oh, boy.
I loved when... at the end, when it cuts away to Nigel, because they say they're going to the bar, and Nigel McGuinness stands up, takes his headset off. Schwein's like, "Yo, whoa!" He goes, "That was taped yesterday."
That was taped the other day.
That was awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Thunder Rosa versus Reina Dorada got a lot of heat this week, and it stunk. Did you see Reina Dorada though?
She wears a mask, right? Yeah, I didn't watch.
So this is her, I think, AEW debut, maybe.
Okay.
And she came out in a mask. And the front of her mask was Frida Kahlo's face. Okay. So, Frida Kahlo, the artist. Yeah. So her mask
was somebody else's
face. Someone else's face. Okay. And I could not process it. I was strange. Like, what happened to this poor woman? I was like, oh, this is weird. Very weird.
That is strange.
And the match.
Yeah.
So
I skipped that. Did you watch main event? That's all I have left.
Claudio does hold Johnny TV in a suplex for 35 seconds in a vertical suplex.
Wasn't that the night before?
No, it was here. The promo for Johnny TV was Claudio, Johnny TV happened here. Yeah. And the match wasn't great, but Claudio does do a vertical suplex. And Johnny TV's not a small guy.
No.
For 35 seconds, I timed it. So that was impressive. And then they made a video package for the Smart Mark Jobber Coalition.
Oh, God.
I was like, what are these guys called again?
When I was fast forwarding through my DVR, I saw it.
I thought it was a commercial for non-wrestling. And then they were like the premier athletes or whatever. It's Nice. What's his name?
Ari Daivari.
Is
Josh Woods there?
Yeah, Josh Woods. And I was like, that's a weird promo package to run a clip. But this thing, I guess they're going to try with those guys.
So they're trying to set up a bunch of trios, it seems?
I guess.
Okay.
But you try it with the Workhorsemen. I don't know. Because they are. Because they also get the Iron Savages promo, which also sets up the trios division. For the trios division.
Sure.
So they're trying to beef up this trios division.
I guess so.
Because the Iron Savages say the trios division's all vegans because they don't want this beef. And then they get jumped by Kill Switch, and he beats all 3 of them up backstage.
Oh, well, that's good.
So that pretty much the end of the Iron Savages.
Kills them dead, huh?
And then Cool Kyle versus Will Ospreay.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, too bad they couldn't get 2 fucking good wrestlers, huh?
Fucking hell, this was so good.
Too bad they didn't get guys who knew what the fuck they were doing in the ring.
Kyle O'Reilly.
The last match before Will Ospreay's hiatus.
Yeah. Kyle O'Reilly is going to fall into the category of severely underrated.
Yeah, for sure.
He is such a good professional wrestler. Yeah. And again, I love this. I love we
and they're never going to do anything with him.
I love that we start the show with like a matchup where it's like the styles are different.
The styles clash, if you will.
Yes. And you end the show, same thing.
Yeah.
Different styles. Mm-hmm. I thought that this was fucking awesome. This is a great TV main event.
Yeah.
Will Ospreay is that fucking dude.
Yeah.
But Kyle O'Reilly, I just love watching him wrestle. I'm so happy that he's back.
Everything he does is wildly smooth. It's really remarkable.
Yeah, I'm very happy that he's back.
Yeah, me too.
It just sucks. It's like it's never a doubt.
Yeah.
You know, but
I don't see him ever in a position to really win a ton of stuff. He's just going to be that guy that goes out, wrestles really good, makes people look better.
Are they ever going to do him versus Shibata? Remember when they teased
when they teased that. I don't think they can right now because they're both sort of in babyface positions, and not that matters in AEW. But
come on,
not a bad Forbidden Door match, even though they're both AEW. But put that on the pre-show. Let them fucking crush each other on the pre-show and ruin the rest of the show for everybody.
That'd be amazing. And I'll tell you what, I like that little like swerve pre-tape.
Yeah.
He said that he did it from his house the day before.
Yeah, he said that on the fucking Busted Open where he was constantly shooting down these fucking losers. Yeah. How unbiased are you, even though you say, I'm an unbiased commentator, and you call them PLEs no matter what across the board? Yeah. That is not a fucking thing that anybody says outside the backstage of that WWE fucking company. Right.
Yeah, nobody calls it
Unless you're mandated to call it that. Nobody calls it that.
It's a fucking WWE speak. Right. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But I thought the Swerve promo was really good.
Swerve fucking kills it, man.
Just calling out Ospreay and Roddy and Swerve rules.
Yes.
Again, you end your TV show with your champion. Great shit.
Right?
Dynamite. Brother.
I am still a little... I got irrationally mad at this company this week. Like... So much so that I was like, if this is what you're going to fucking give me, I'm not watching it live anymore. And it's bullshit. It's posturing. I'm not actually going to do that because I do like this product. But this is 2 weeks in a row with Dynamites that stunk.
There's a lot of bad shit.
There's a lot of bad shit. And the problem is they're leaning into the bad shit.
Yeah.
Because somebody's telling them it's good. And I don't know who the fuck it is.
Well, MJF.
Right. And I don't know if the ratings are popping because I don't pay attention to that shit. But
MJF, he comes out to the ring.
Yeah.
It just...
Michelle saw him and goes, why is he stealing Moxley's bit?
Yeah, he's like dressing like a badass.
And he walked like Mox. He did like the swagger walk. Yeah. And I was like, what? You're not a tough guy. You don't... Like, the leather jacket was funny at the pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah, of course. But it's because of the denim.
Right. But here, it doesn't... I don't get it. You're not a tough guy.
He wears like the black jeans, the black high-tech boots like Mox.
Right.
The fucking black leather jacket. Yeah. And he just cuts a bad fucking promo.
Terrible.
It's just
makes a weed joke.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you might be able to see my eyes, and we're in Colorado.
He bashes Okada for not being in shape.
Which was, what the fuck? Like, what?
Is that supposed to get you over with the crowd?
Like, then he tries shitting on Ospreay with, like, the whole, like, oh, bruv, and the crowd starts chanting bruv because Will Ospreay's really over with the crowd.
Yes. I constantly have to remind myself that I like Max when he wrestles.
Dude, in ring, like, he is so good.
Because, like, and granted, he's had really good matchups with everybody, right?
Of course.
But, like, when I watch him wrestle in his big matches, he's always fucking delivered. And I have to keep reminding myself because when he's on TV doing this, I loathe him. And not in a good way. Not in, like, this guy's playing a good bad guy. His character is unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's not, like, he wasn't a convincing rich kid. And, like, he made fun of somebody's suit. I don't know who it was. But he talked about somebody coming out in a cheap suit. I'm like, your suits always look cheap. They were never tailored for a rich kid. Now you're dropping the rich kid thing for a tough guy thing when I can still see your hair plugs growing in. and that's fine. Get them. I don't give a shit. Yeah. But like, he's like doing this, like, I'm a tough guy thing, but I'm a jokester now, but I'm serious and I'm here for AEW, but I'm going to make fun of these acquisitions. And it's like, well, Okada's a bad guy. If you're trying to be a babyface, that makes sense. But Ospreay's like the most over guy in the company. That's weird. But like, that just screamed like, well, I'm going to bury the guy who's more popular than me to get more pot so that I can get one over on him.
And like, this is always,
which doesn't make any sense.
This has always been MJF's shtick.
Right.
It's like, and I'm better than you to everybody.
And it's never been believable to me.
Yeah. No, and I agree with you.
And if people like him, people do. People fucking apparently love him.
Love him. Yeah.
But like, I don't get it. And like, it is like, and this was like a 10, 15 minute segment to open the show. And like, when Tony Khan announced he was opening the show, I was like, oh, Tony Khan's threatening people now. Yeah. Like, I don't get it. And like, he actively makes me want to change the channel. Like, if they were head to head with somebody, this is the point where I would go, well, let me see what the other company's doing right now. Sure. Because I'm just not interested. I don't buy any of it.
Yeah, it wasn't good. And then Roosh comes out.
Yes.
But like, even Roosh's part, it was so...
I'm glad that you call it out, because... You call out in the Discord, but Roosh is like, you've been gone and I've been here. And I'm like, have you?
Yeah, he literally, I looked it up. Yeah. He's worked one match and since December.
And that match is going to fucking rule.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
but I also want Roosh to beat the shit out of him.
Roosh hasn't been here the whole time.
And that's where I go. I'm like, okay, so you're just lying to your, lying to the audience. Like, it took me, like, a person who I watched the AEW product to go, well, that's a lie.
Oh, he says Roosh's suit is cheap. That was who he made fun of for the cheap suit.
Yeah. But yeah, it was like, well, that's a lie.
Right.
Because you haven't been here.
You haven't been here.
Max left in December, and so did you, basically.
Right.
It doesn't make me want to see the match anymore.
No, the match is going to be good, but it doesn't move a needle for me.
They do the big pull-apart brawl, which...
It's a tune-up match for Max, is what it seems like.
I don't know what they're going to do with him.
But also, can Max handle if Roosh slips a potato in there? Because he's known to do that.
Let's go, Roosh.
You know what I mean? Like, he hits fucking hard, man.
Remember that match where he beat the fucking brakes off Jack Perry?
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
What if he gets a wild hair up his ass?
Let's go. I hope
you think Max can hang? I don't think so.
I don't know. But I love Roosh.
And so let me, I guess, I'll wait till we get to the part before I say what I'm going to say. Okay.
So I'm just going to group these in all together.
Okay.
Anybody that tries to, like, convince me that this Chris Jericho shit...
Okay, we can get right to what I want to talk about. Good.
Yeah. Anybody that, like, wants to try to convince me that this is good, you're a liar. Mm-hmm. And I don't appreciate being lied to. This shit sucks.
Yeah.
This character sucks.
Terrible.
It's not like, oh, haha, I get what he's doing. No, I understand it. It's just not good. Mm-hmm. I'm not fucking Meltzer who's like, this is highbrow comedy, people.
Is that what he's saying?
Oh, he's like, oh, this is great. He's like, and Big Bill was great, and Brian Keith was great.
My only thing in the whole night in any Jericho segment, the only thing I liked is when Brian Keith stayed behind and yelled at Jagged and said, "You better make sure that baby respects Chris Jericho."
Yeah, that's it.
That's the only funny thing.
Him like dumping the fucking chicken pot pie or whatever. That was stupid as It's like the loud like hi guy. It's just I don't get it. Problem, it's so dumb.
My problem with this, aside that it stinks because it does and it's terrible and I don't like it. The reason why I got rationally mad at AEW is because I'm like, I got to sit through a 15-minute Max segment that I don't like, which people like, so that's fine.
And then we go right.
And then I get multiple Jericho segments tonight. You're doubling down on Jericho segments, and then I'm going to get a Young Bucks segment, and I'm like, half this show are people I don't like.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not the sole audience. You can't tailor things for me.
Sure.
But you have. Like, the Bucks are sniveling heels right now. Whatever Jericho's doing is basically the same, kind of similar. It's a similar thing, at least, where he's acting like a baby face, but he's being a bad guy.
Yeah.
And then Max's shit, I'm like, I'm really not interested in this. To me, it's signaling that this company is treating those three pieces as a major part of their shows going forward.
Absolutely.
And I do not want to be a part of that.
No,
the Bucks thing is the best one out of the three for me.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be a part of shows that have multiple Jericho segments. I'm not fucking interested.
And even like the Bucks thing, like it can only go so far.
Right.
You know, a lot of people, you look back, you know, WWE, I don't know, 8 years ago, and there was a lot of heel authority figure stuff.
Yes.
And now we're just kind of doing that.
Well, and is TK back or not? We talked about this last week.
And now, like, what? Christopher Daniels are like, he's TK's mouthpiece. He's an assigned executive vice. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. Super weird. The only thing they should do is they should have Christopher Daniels backstage in a segment talking about how he's going to steal moves from better wrestlers and give them to other people like they did on Beyond the Mat.
I agree. Yeah, that
was Mike Modest. But
the whole Jericho stuff, though,
it's terrible. It's awful.
I think it sucks ass.
It's so bad. I put on my phone. I do anything but watch, but look at the fucking TV when it's on. It's bad.
I agree.
And maybe the quarter hours don't show that.
I don't know,
but I don't think that's the audience you want to be tailoring to. I really don't.
It sucks ass. The 4-way for the international title number 1 contendership. Here's my fucking beef.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got beef?
Orange Cassidy.
Sure.
Who is the longest reigning international title.
Yes. And only two-person.
Just fucking had it.
Sure did.
Like last year for almost a whole year.
Yes.
He's only in this match because he lost the gauntlet match to Will.
Okay.
Or no, he lost in the gauntlet match to Will Ospreay. He got pinned. But now he's getting a number 1 contendership because he... I don't know. I don't know why he's here.
Because TK has on his piece of paper, I need to further some storylines along. How do I do it? He goes, when I have 3 segments of Jericho and an MJF segment, I got to put Orange Cassidy here so I can get to the Trent shit. Because where else am I going to fit it in?
And that is true, but it's just like, I don't know. He literally just had it.
They have cooled OC off in a wild way.
Yeah, like he just had it. Kyle O'Reilly, who just wrestled for the international title fucking 4 days prior.
Yep.
Jay Lethal is like probably made the most sense in this just because like
somebody's got to lose.
So yeah, somebody's got to eat the pin.
I don't even think he eats the pin, does he?
I don't remember.
Go see.
And like Ray Phoenix, I go, oh well, Phoenix, he had this title, the international title last year.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like, okay, he had some time off. I can make an exception.
Didn't he have to give it up because he was hurt?
No. OC beat him for it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he was hurt, but OC beat him for it.
Right, but he was...
I don't know.
Or no, Mox beat Ray.
He beat Moxley.
Yeah.
And then Mox beat him in the rematch.
Yeah, something like that.
And then OC beat Mox. Yeah, there it was.
Yeah, because Mox got hurt or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't bother me. It makes no sense. You're absolutely right.
I just go, is there nobody else?
I think this was TK going like, well, I want to put the best match out there, and these guys are associated with the title, so I guess it makes sense. But yeah, there could be somebody else.
Like, I'm like, what the fuck is Kyle Fletcher doing?
Right.
Like, is he just hanging out? Like, it just makes no fucking sense to me. You know, the match was fine.
Yeah, it was good.
Ray Phoenix wins.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna get Phoenix versus Ospreay, which, like, yeah, dude, it's gonna blow the fucking roof off the place. Great. But there's no doubt to me, unless they have Phoenix fucking beat him for it, and then the title's off Ospreay already.
I doubt
going into Forbidden. Yeah, and that's where it's like, it's the issue of booking Ospreay versus Swerve already,
right?
With two brother
and TK wants Ospreay on TV every week, as of course he does.
Understood.
So before his sabbatical, but then Trent comes out post match to go after OC. Stat comes out to stop OC from getting to Trent. Stat lays out OC. Willow comes out, chases Stat away. So we're going to get some mixed tags here, which is going to be cool.
Yeah, Willow and OC, LVAC All-Stars.
I like Willow and OC as a team better than almost anybody else that they were watching Trent and OC again or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Chucky thing?
I didn't watch it either. No, I forgot to. It's on my playlist. But I guess it's what we're doing.
It is.
I don't know.
The problem is, and I saw a lot of people talking about this online too, and this is the right answer when people online are like complaining about these things, and like it's not the right answer. It is the right answer, but it's not a good enough answer. But like, why are they doing all this? Because they're building towards Forbidden Door. It's essentially a matches for matches sake pay-per-view, right?
I get that.
So they're not, and so. Like, I saw a lot of people saying, like, well, there's no story to, like, how does Mina Shirakawa get a spoiler? How does Mina Shirakawa get a match? How does this person get, because it's the Forbidden Door and you have to make these matches.
But there's been at least a built-up story there now.
Right. And I think Tony Khan is using that as a crutch more than a story. And he's saying, well, I'm not going to build anything because we're going towards Forbidden Door.
I hate that approach.
Like,
I hate it.
Yeah, it stinks. I'd say it's the answer. Like, why is this happening? Is because of Forbidden Door, but it's not a good enough answer. It's not,
That was like when the talk used to be when it was football season. And Raw used to be like, well, not as many people are watching us, so who cares what we do? Mm-hmm. Go, no, that's the wrong fucking approach to it.
Right. Tony Khan's flawed, man. He's flawed as a fucking booker.
Yeah.
Big time.
Let's see, what else was there? Oh, they announced Mercedes versus Steph McCurr for Forbidden Door. It's a title versus title match, so Mercedes is winning that shit.
Yep.
And I do wonder because Tanahashi kind of at a press conference. Did you see that where he talked about like kind of folding some of the titles?
Yeah.
Strong as strictly just gonna be
just
in the
US
States now.
Yeah. Which means it's going to have to be featured on AEW more than anything because Strong doesn't have that much of a presence anymore. It's four to six shows a year. That's it. Maybe.
Yeah.
And if they do them, they're like sometimes they're double shot weekends or whatever.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I get it. Your company your company can't support all this. New Japan can't support all this right now.
I did like his stance of being like,
I think it was a really smart. His points were really smart.
Yeah, saying we're in a partnership. It's not just AEW's feeding off of us. No,
right.
We're in a partnership. We have things that we offer that AEW doesn't offer.
Right.
Which I go send some fucking guys over to Japan, please.
Absolutely.
You're not using.
Absolutely.
Jay Briscoe, Brian Cage
for the ladder match to get in the TNT
ladder
match.
I love Chicken, so I'm happy to always see him.
Did he win?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chicken won.
That's good.
Blackpool Combat Club against the CMLL guys.
No, we got a bunch of promos.
This was a very heavy promo. Super
show. We got Jack Perry with another promo. We got Samoa Hook. We get the Acclaimed.
Oh,
the Bucks do the rap, and the Acclaimed do the rap. The Bucks claim they cut their segment, and then later on they try to see him and they're busy, but then they take a meeting with whoever later on.
With Christian.
Yeah, they take the meeting with Christian later, even though they said they were busy with the Acclaimed.
Yeah, because Christian's like, you guys have pool. I want another title shot. Yeah, and they're like, I don't know if we can do that, but we'll see.
Yeah, and then we get the little Swerve interview with Renee.
That was good.
It was very good. And then we get the Blackpool Comic Club versus CMLL.
Yeah, I thought it was decent.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm happy to see that Wheeler Yuta's back. That's like the big thing for me.
They let him get the pin. He looked good.
Yeah.
I always like seeing Volador Jr. I like that
Jr. rocks.
Him and Mox have a slight little feud.
Yeah.
Interpromotional thing. This was just because this was the first time to get the Blackpool Comic Club back together, and they're going to continue this feud to Forbidden Door because it's already been happening a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll get a cool Forbidden Door match out of this. I won't complain about seeing the CMLL guys. The match wasn't like mind blowing, but there was enough fun stuff in it. That maybe for the pay-per-view you up the CML roster with a little more talent.
Yeah, and I guess it came out today that both CMLL and AAA guys are going to be participating, which that was like a big no-no.
How the fuck did he work that out?
I don't know. They said Tony Khan and Rocky Romero helped it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Huh.
I mean, there's your good part of having Rocky Romero around.
For sure. I guess so.
So I think that, plus the Stardom involvement, New Japan involvement, it's going to be a wild one.
Yeah.
God damn, it's going to rule. Was there anything?
I mean, I like seeing Volador and a bunch of other people, but I could deal without Esfinge and
just give me Hechicero.
Right, Hechicero.
You see what they announced for Mexico?
Yeah, Hechicero, Zack Sabre Jr.
Fucking hell.
Fucking crazy, dude.
Oh, I can't wait for that. That's in a couple weeks.
I mean, nuts.
Let's go. That's the shit I fucking live for.
Right. But yeah, so we've been through everything else. We're at Saraya Mariah May.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what, this wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I think that Saraya should thank her lucky stars that they put her in a ring against a person who is young and incredibly capable.
Mariah May rocks.
Yes. Because I was mad at the beginning of this match.
Because Saraya might have stiffed Mariah, and then Mariah took some fucking receipts.
No.
Oh, go back and watch
it.
It was pointed out to me by Marcus last night.
The Saraya's dirt heel taking a powder and running around like the old. It's a classic spot, but I was like, I don't like you enough to put up with this, Saraya. I don't think you're effective enough at this for me to put up with this.
Yeah.
But it was a really good match. But I'll have to go back and watch. I didn't see who got so Mariah stiffed Saraya and Saraya threw some receipts.
No, Saraya cocked Mariah. Go back and watch it.
Yeah. Saraya thinks she's way tougher than she is and way better than she is.
That's crazy. Just like the fucking company she keeps with her relationship.
Yep. And her dumbass brother. Oh, fucking idiot.
What a great sign. Yeah. I did like in the beginning, coming out to the ring, where Toni Storm kissed Mariah. Mm-hmm. That was adorable.
And then she goes on commentary and says AEW where the breast wrestle.
Yeah, and smash her tits in.
Smash her tits in. Amazing.
Toni Storm
is the
highlight,
fucking
best, dude.
Yeah.
So after the match, Toni runs in to protect Mariah. Mm-hmm. They're getting beat down by the Outcasts, and out comes the best in the world. Mina Shirakawa.
That's right.
Mina runs off Saraya and
so let me say
Harley
this.
Cameron.
Mina Shirakawa, true professional. Let me just say this. A very talented wrestler. And if I'm allowed to get greasy, like one of the most attractive women I've ever seen in person.
She's currently in my fave 5.
So, but here's the thing she did that's so much better than most people do. Looking at you, Jeff Hardy. Her music hits, and she actually runs down for the fucking save
instead of dancing.
Instead of doing her goddamn dance.
She should have done the dance.
She should have done the dance. I mean, I like the dance. In that outfit, I don't know that the dance is TV legal,
brother. It was very legal,
but it's barely legal. And I'm not talking Barry Darso. Yeah, she runs down. She does the point, and then does a bunch of other stuff.
Cleans house. It's a spinning back
clean
fist.
my house, that's for sure.
Jesus Christ. They both embrace, Mariah embraces both of them because it is Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa.
Which they put up on the screen and they mean mug at each other a little bit. Yes.
They both sit at the bosom of Mariah.
They sure do. And then Mina Shirakawa taunts Toni Storm
by shaking her
in a way that Toni Storm cannot taunt back.
Yeah, that's a fact. So this is official for Forbidden Door. Mm-hmm. It's going to be the greatest fucking match in the history of the sport of professional wrestling.
Yes. Sadly, if this match isn't 5 stars, it's going to be a disappointment. They're both such good wrestlers.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I like on Twitter, Mariah May, so the match graphic went up, and she tweeted at TK, because the match graphic behind Toni Storm had Mariah May, and Mina was not there, and she tweeted at Tony Khan, she's like, hey, I need to be behind Mina Shirakawa. Tony said, consider it done. They put up the match graphic today, and Mina said, I love it when Mariah's behind me. I was like, you sons of bitches.
Was she behind both sides?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. As Adam faints and has a heart attack.
Absolutely.
Very excited for this. Yes. And then last thing I was just the main event.
So Dragon has his promo.
Yes, my apologies. Great promo.
Where he's said that the year isn't going the way he thought it would.
Brother, you're out of your fucking mind.
And I thought this was going to be his announcement that he's adding another year onto it. So but he was like, instead, he's entering the Owen so that he can win in main event Wembley.
Wow.
He main events at Wembley, right?
Swerve Danielson at Wembley?
What if it's Ospreay Danielson at Wembley?
You just did Ospreay Danielson.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, I ain't going to fucking complain, but Swerve Danielson, brother, sign me up.
Yeah.
That would kick ass.
You know what you do? Next week, you have Okada come out and announce that he's entering the Owen.
Stop.
You put him on the opposite sides.
Stop it. Okay. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
Why couldn't that international number 1 contenders been for the Continental title instead?
Yeah, it could have been.
They're not doing anything with it.
Right. Yeah. Listen,
I don't know.
So
I hate. I'm playing fucking armchair booker, but
yeah,
come on, dog.
Here's the thing. So
Ospreay's fucking tied up already.
AEW has a lot of titles. We know this.
They do.
And I'm going to say this about the Continental title, and I'm excited for the Continental tournament this year and all that.
There's no need for it.
It's going to be fun, but it is very much an Eddie Kingston vanity title.
Sure, it was.
I ain't mad about it.
No, of course not.
But it's very much an Eddie Kingston vanity title.
Yeah,
which is fine. But that's what it is. In some ways, the international title was an OC vanity title. They just wanted to figure out a way to get a belt on these guys and elevate them in some way. And that's kind of what it is. But whatever.
Yes. Main event.
Main event.
Swerve versus Roderick Strong.
Yes, which they've done a shit ton of building for.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
They built early on the show. They built last week. They built on Collision.
I like the video package.
Where he's on the mountaintop.
Yeah. So this is another thing with when I say people that are completely underrated. Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
He is so fucking good.
Yeah, great. Has been for such a long time.
That took the words out of my mouth. Yeah. Him and Swerve had such good chemistry. Swerve, to me, has not lost a step.
No.
He is fucking incredible, and he is so over. Yeah. And I really enjoyed this match. Like, it's a TV main event, and it was awesome, and that's all I ask for.
Yes.
I thought it was great.
I think it's great. I think you should do the way you built this for just the TV main event is the way you should build other programs on your TV and for your pay-per-views. I like the packages, make me care about Roddy a little bit, like hit all that kind of stuff for me. Like, I really like all that shit.
Yeah.
And like, Roddy's real good. Roddy is a guy who's always going to suffer because of his size.
Which I fucking hate.
Right. It stinks, right? Maybe some people in the network don't like small wrestlers.
Damn you.
But like, Roddy, to me, like, he's better than Cole.
Yeah.
You know, and has been for longer, and because he's been around for longer, too. But yeah, Roddy's just a super talented dude, but he's another guy. Him and O'Reilly, they're going to be locked in this, like, what could have been cycle the rest of their careers.
Just never to take that next step. It's like Ring of Honor World Champion level and just never.
They're going to have 5-star matches with whoever the champion is.
Yeah.
But they're never going to have it themselves.
Remember Cool Kyle? I thought he was going to get the fucking
Cool Kyle was cool.
NXT title, but
Cool Kyle was cool.
That like insane, that like wild match him and Cole had. I remember. But yeah, man, I did. I really enjoyed the main event. And I have to say, at the end of the show, when Nana and Swerve went outside and the fucking Swerve granny, how smart. Well, listen, if she didn't have ringside tickets and somebody saw that from AEW and put her ringside, amazing. You're fucking great.
Did you see the tweets and stuff? Like, she's super excited. She loves wrestling. Like, and just paused.
I love they went right over to her at the end. You know, Nana doing the dance. She's doing the dance. Doing it, Swerve just like, he does it a little bit too, you know?
Yeah.
And it was such a good visual to see the crowd just doing his dance at the end. And it just makes him feel even bigger.
Yep.
I just like, whoever did that, I go, okay, you're smart as fuck.
Yep.
That was a great job. But yeah, couple more weeks, 3 weeks till Forbidden Door? I think it's at the end of the month.
The 30th.
Yeah.
So 3 weeks, 2 days as of you listening to this. Yes.
So, listen, man, Forbidden Door shows are always great.
Yeah, always great.
I'm excited, but some of the book and shit, it just makes no sense to me. But whatever.
A little tough.
You know.
A little tough-ski.
Yeah. They don't normally let me down with pay-per-views. I'm like, I mean, the last one wasn't great. Let's
in
see what
5
happens.
years, I think there's been 2 that I was like, that was okay.
I agree with that.
So,
before we go to Japan, I mean, we're only making a pit stop there.
A short pit stop.
We do have some questions.
Almost not worth the trip.
We have some questions.
We're going to do questions now?
Yeah, we might as well hit them now.
All right, I'm excited.
So the first question comes from the Tool man himself.
And now the Tim Taylor question of the week.
All right.
Timmy Taylor.
Tim the tailor-made man.
My dog. His question is, everyone loves a good stable. Give me your best 5-person interpromotional stable. Who makes up the Brett or Dude family?
Okay.
So you have
your
5 written down.
Don't read them.
I'm going to go off the rip.
Okay.
How do you want to do this? You want to go one by one?
Doesn't matter. However you want to do it. So, question.
Does our stable have a manager?
Yes.
See, this is why this works.
Does a manager count as the 5th?
No.
Okay.
I don't consider it.
Okay.
Because fucking Paulie with Dangerous Alliance.
Right. Well, because the 4 horsemen were 5, but it was...
Did you catch last night on Taz, on commentary where they mentioned their Dangerous Alliance? Taz goes, I don't know if we could say that, brother. I love Taz so much. He's the best person to ever exist.
That's funny. I didn't play it for you before the show. We got a little Paulie coming up in a second or two here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So my number 1.
Okay. I have it broken down by sort of role.
Okay.
But
so my number 1.
Yeah. This your leader?
Is
okay.
I don't know if we have leaders.
All right.
But my number 1.
I'm going to go leader last, but yeah.
My number 1 in my stable is 1996 era Great Muta.
Oh, okay. I didn't go time. I went current.
I'm going time.
Okay.
Oh, you're going current. Oh.
I went current.
Oh.
I am all available.
Well, Tim didn't say.
No,
Tim didn't say.
I went.
Do you want to do a classic and a current?
I mean,
if you could do it off the rip.
Can I do a classic off the rip? That's tough. Ours are gonna be real similar, I think.
Okay.
Huh. Yeah, I could do a classic. I could do a time travel off the rip, but my guys are all currently available on mine.
All right, I can do a current off the rip.
Okay.
So let's do classic first. So mine is 96 era Great Muta.
Okay.
When the hair started getting a little thin up top.
All right.
And it has that insane match in War against Tenru where they try to kill each other.
Okay.
And because I love the fucking Great Muta forever.
Yeah.
So
all right.
96 era Muta. That's my number one member.
All right. We're going classic era on this.
Yeah.
I gotta come up off the rip. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take two guys once because it's a tag team for my stable, and I like having a tag team in a stable. The Nasty Boys.
Okay. All right. I fucking love that.
I was listening to Brucey's show about the Nasties this week.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, God, the Nasties were cool as shit.
Nasties were awesome,
yeah,
man.
so I'm gonna go Nasties.
All right. So for my number 2, this is a tough one because I don't know what era I could pick because I'm just like, these are just all my favorite wrestlers.
Sure.
Number 2, I'm going to go 1995 through 97 Bret Hart.
Okay. Wow. It's a heavy duty stable right there.
Listen, man, Mood and Bret Hart.
Okay.
And I don't know who's my champ. I have no idea, but I'll go 95 through 97 Bret Hart era.
Okay. Who goes with the Nasty Boys? I need a mid card star. I am gonna go with, as my mid card star, Tracy Smothers.
Fuck yeah! All right, like FBI Tracy Smothers.
I was gonna say mid-90s Tracy Smothers. He's not Italian in my stable, but yeah, this is apparently a shit kicker stable I'm creating, which is what I create. Wrong with that.
So for my third guy,
yeah,
I am going to go with. I'm gonna go with Mr. Sean Waltman as 6.
Ooh, I like
for my junior heavyweight.
Okay.
To say, yeah, we're going with 6.
Okay. All right, so I'm 3 in.
Yeah,
I need 2 more.
Well, are you technically
3 in? Nasties and Tracy Smothers.
Okay.
Do you want to pick another one to be up to 3?
No.
Okay.
You're good.
All right, so that's my mid card. That's my tag team. I need a wild card before my leader because I have my leader in my head. But I need a bit of a wild card. I need somebody who can enter the smaller weight class divisions here. So I'm gonna go with because he was in the fucking WCW Cruiserweight division under another gimmick. I'm going Jimmy Del Rey.
Oh my god!
Not Jimmy Graffiti.
No, not Jimmy Graffiti.
But Jimmy Del Rey.
Oh, I love you so much for that. All right, my tag team, which fills out 4 and 5.
Okay.
I am going with the 1992-1993 version of the Steiner brothers.
Okay, I like it. Our stables are going to match up very nicely.
What a war we're going to have. Yeah, go 92-93 Steiner brothers. You know, the ones in Japan that are just fuck everybody up. Okay. Those are my Steiners.
All right. For my 5th, and a manager. I'm going to name my 5th and my manager at the same time. Is that okay? The leader of this stable is going to be current era John Moxley.
Oh, my, I mean, that's a fucking great
And
call.
it's going to be managed by Colonel Robert Parker.
So my manager, you're getting the fucking full package there, brother. So my my manager, Jesus Christ, my manager is Teddy Long.
Okay.
but I don't know what era. I don't know if I want Doom era. No, Teddy Long with Rodney Mack era.
Ooh, okay.
With the White Boy Challenge.
All
right. So that's my class. Those are our classics?
Those are our classics.
All right. Current day stable.
I got this written down. It'll be much easier for me.
Current day stable, number 1, Jon Moxley.
Okay. So I'm glad that we did 2 because I don't have Mox on mine. But I'm going to say that I'm going to start with, I'm actually going to do 5. I'm going to do the manager separate, so it's going to be 6, I guess. But my manager for this stable, which is Douche Corp International.
Douche Corp?
Douche Corp International. Thanks for that, pal. I'm going to have to edit that out. Because that's going to catch on again.
Sorry.
So my manager, who can get in the action, but right now, currently, his future is a little unsteady. We don't know. Manager, Juice Robinson.
Oh, okay. So
my mouthpiece.
All right, I'm going to name my manager now, too. Stokely Hathaway.
Okay, I like it.
That is my manager.
All right. And because a manager does not count, this is my wild card.
Okay.
Jeff Cannonball.
Whoa, all right.
I'm putting,
fuck yeah.
In case we need to get down to some real business.
Well, yeah.
In case anybody needs a soda. Yeah. In case anybody needs to dance. In case anybody needs some violent deathmatch shit, I got you covered.
In case anybody needs to squirt.
This is a truly international setup here, so yes.
Okay,
so far it's Juice Robinson and Jeff Cannonball.
That's insane. All right, so my number 2 for current day. This is a tough one. I already picked Moxley. Yep. My number 2, I just feel like I'm just gonna pick shit kickers. I don't know. My number 2 is Chad Gable.
Okay, I like it. All right.
If I need somebody in there to really, bring the athleticism and
absolutely
dump somebody on their head, we're going Chad Gable.
So my next pick, being my 3rd, is my mid-card guy, the man who's going to be competing in the middle of the card for the cruiserweight title of the whatever promotion we happen to be in, Hechicero.
Son of a bitch. You know what I just thought? No, I just realized we're not picking women.
Yeah.
Is this just men?
You can do whatever you want. It just typically they don't. It really wrestling doesn't typically intermingle. When I'm done, I did have an idea
because I have a women's table.
I have an idea about a woman in this, but I thought it was a little too cheesy. Okay, so I didn't do it. But
all right, so I have.
But it would basically be the same.
I have Jon Moxley. Mm-hmm. Who the fuck did I pick already?
Chad Gable.
Jon Moxley, Chad Gable,
and Stoke.
My tag team.
You don't have to have a tag team, but you can.
No, usually
they do.
Usually you get a tag team.
I went by 4 horsemen sort of layout.
Yeah. My tag team, I'll tell you what. You coined them the wrestlers earlier. I'm going to go with Daniel Garcia and Katsuyori Shibata.
I like it.
Yes.
I'm making my own makeshift tag team. Something we talked about that I think could become a tag team because of their battles currently. Masaki Tamiya and Tomohiro Ishii.
Jesus Christ.
To just dominate the tag division.
All right.
Like father and son. And Ishii gets to be a little bit of the veteran in the team. Sort of gets to help the other guys out. But he's also a little hidden in a tag team.
Yeah, they should be. My number 5. This is a bit of a random one. Mm-hmm. Galeno Del Mal.
Okay, almost made it on mine.
The brother of El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr.
I almost put Hechicero and him as a tag team in my group.
Galeno Del Mal, I would watch wrestle anyone and everyone.
Beef on the hoof.
There's my fucking power. All right, so there's my stable.
All right. No, you're doing 4 with the manager?
No, because I did Moxley, Gable, who's my tag?
Garcia and Shibata.
Yeah, so there's 4, and then Galeno Del Mal.
Oh, okay. And then Stokes the manager. Okay. So the leader of my group, which is the hardest one for me, but to make this truly international and to pay kindness to all the promotions, my leader is Gunther.
Okay, I like that.
Gunther can talk, but doesn't need to. This is a stable of mostly international killers with Juice Robinson as the mouthpiece.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
It's all killers. My idea originally, and I wanted to get Higuchi on here in a way, but I was like, But my original idea, what I wanted to do was Tony Storm is the leader.
Okay.
And the rest of them stay the same, but they become her, 1930s gangster squad. And they're just her heavies.
Oh, man.
And, they dress like thugs and, just beat people up.
Fuck yeah.
But I was like, that's a little too hokey. I don't know where that really fits in. That's pushing the Tony Storm magic a little too far, I think.
I love Tony Storm. Well, I'll tell you what, this is a fun exercise.
It is a fun exercise.
I would love to hear your answer, Tim, on Final Wrestling Place this week.
Yeah, Tim.
And Marcus.
Oh.
Because Marcus also has a question.
Oh, I don't have a music for him.
No. Marcus. There you
go.
All right. What element from sports would you like to see incorporated more regularly in mainstream wrestling?
Huh. Wow, that's interesting. Angel Hernandez as a heel referee.
Fuck that guy forever. Piece of shit. Fuckhead.
That's interesting.
I have my answer.
Okay, go ahead.
An off season.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying it needs to be
right
months and months and months.
Mm-hmm.
2-week off seasons.
Yeah.
Do a little 2-week interval. Just give everybody a break.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
That's probably where I'm going with it.
Okay. How about rankings that actually fucking make sense now? What do they do in...
Good luck.
Right? What do they do in regular sports that could translate into wrestling?
Cheat!
Because I was going to say, real
answer,
playoffs.
Real answer gambling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, best of series before you get to a title, but that doesn't make any sense, really, in wrestling because it's such an individual sport.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. I got one. A legitimate pro wrestling Hall of Fame.
I love that. Fuck yeah.
All the other sports have them that you can go to and visit and look at cool shit.
Yeah.
I want a legitimate pro wrestling Hall of Fame that I could visit.
I love that.
And I want it within driving distance of my house specifically.
I want it in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Yes. The birthplace of professional wrestling.
The buzzing hub of professional wrestling. Well, Tim and Marcus, thank you so much. Listen to our dogs over on Final Wrestling Place. I seriously would love your answers about your current and classic stables. That would be fucking awesome.
Right.
So before we make a pit stop to Japan, Terry Funk.
Yep.
Moments of
Terry
the
Funk
week.
has some words.
You know, when TBS said it was time to bring back the Danger Zone, Paulie dangerously called Wall Street. And they said, Paulie, if you want to do it right, bring on your hero, bring on your idol, bring out the greatest person that you happen to know. So they looked through the pages of USA Today, and they said, okay, Jack Nicholson's coming on the Danger Zone, but no, because my guest is twice the celebrity that Nicholson could ever be. They said, okay, he's going to bring on a fellow New Yorker. He's going to bring on Mike Tyson. But no, because my guest is tougher, is rougher, and he will be like Tyson, the heavyweight. Paulie, I want to talk to you as straight as I've ever talked to you. Are you people out there? My arms are not the biggest arms in the world, and I don't have the spring in my legs that I once had, nor can I run a race as fast as I once could. But on the 23rd, I am going to be the new world's heavyweight champion. And do you know why? Because I have the heart. That's something Flair doesn't have. Flair is gutless. He doesn't have a gut in his body. He is afraid of me. And that's why the beat of his heart beats faster and faster as each day comes closer to the 23rd. He says that I have tarnished his career. Well, let me tell you something. I am going to stain the mat cover in Boston a blood red. A blood red. I'm not only going to tarnish his career, I am going to end his career when he sticks his neck out one last time. So holler, we want Flair. 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 I want Flair. I want Flair. Not them, not you, but me.
And we're back. We're here in Japan.
I love Terry Funk so much.
The fucking best, man. Just the best.
I'm gonna remove. I hate to do it. I'm gonna remove Bret Hart from my stable. Put 1989.
Ooh, good. There you go.
Sorry, it's a little J-Tex.
This J-Tex. It's just
if I make my manager Gary Hart.
Right. Well, and I've said this before on the show when we've talked stables and stuff. If I'm to build my dream stable like with my eyes closed, it's J-Tex.
Yeah.
It's Funk Muda, Buzz Sawyer, and then like whatever two schlubs I could put in there.
That promo just fired me up.
It's awesome. Terry's the best.
All right.
Where are we going?
Japan.
We're going to Japan first.
I have a match.
We're in me too.
You also have a match.
Slow week on that continent.
Yes.
Country, continent, all of it.
This was
side of the world.
Best of the Super Junior semifinals.
Yes.
El Desperado versus Dookie.
Yeah.
Doki.
Lighten the world on cold here. It's just not.
Yeah. So El Desperado wins.
Sure
the
does.
main event of the Super Junior finals is going to be El Desperado versus Taiji Ishimori.
Which should be really good.
Fuck yeah.
He's fucking killer.
I'll tell you what, man.
Despy won it last year too, didn't he?
I believe so.
So 2 years in a row, Despy gonna win?
I would do it.
Me too.
I thought this did such a good job of elevating Doki as like
Doki.
a real contender in the junior heavyweight division.
It's Doki because we got 3 Doki Chokies in this match.
We sure
Although,
did, brother.
what's his name wasn't on the call.
Yeah, Gino Gambino.
The Doki Choki. But
yeah, I did though. I thought
it was really good.
I thought this was awesome. Man.
I think
Doki looked great.
Last year's Super Juniors like Doki sort of coming out.
Yeah, remember that one random match he had on Rampage against Jungle Boy where the crowd was cheering for Doki?
But like, it's been because like a year and a half ago, like I'm like I don't give a shit about Doki.
It was like
the
junior fall guy in Suzuki Gun.
Right, and like I still don't really like the mask, but I'm used to it now.
Yeah.
But then we saw him fight for a cheesesteak in Philly.
He is the king of cheesesteaks.
And then, so like he's had quite the turnaround, being in Just Five Guys.
Just five.
But
guys.
this was really good. Despy's good. Of course, Despy's great, right?
Absolutely.
We know that.
Awesome.
We keep saying that every time we talk about him.
I have to find that death match with him and Junka Cypher Doug.
Yeah.
So I love Doki does like the suicide dive, but catches Despy at DDT.
That was nice. That DDT was real sweet.
God,
yeah, for sure.
Awesome. El Desperado, he gets the win here. Did he win with the Pinche Loco, I think?
Yeah.
Pinche Loco.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Despy versus Taiji Ishimori, Best of Super Junior Finals, which happens at Dominion.
And and Dominion's always a pretty good show. That's a must-watch final. That's the right way to do it, I think.
That show's on Sunday.
This Sunday, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Because Ishimori just came back from a pretty bad injury, within the last 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's a fan favorite. He looks like $1 million and he can still move.
It was awesome.
So this is for as light as we felt the field was for this Super Juniors, and it was.
So not a great.
This is a good fit. It is a good final.
Not a great Super Juniors this year. I think this is the least invested we've been in years in the Super Juniors.
And we're never that invested anyway.
No, man. 2 years ago we were really into it. WeNeedWrestling and Ace
That's
Austin.
true. That was a really good
Even
lineup.
last year we were into it too.
Right.
But this year,
because last year was like that Soberano and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah.
And it had your winner, Master Watto.
Was that last year when he won?
Yeah.
He's hurt now, right?
Yeah, he tore his ACL.
Did he?
So yeah, it's just not like a great.
Or if he comes back heavyweight, Master Watto.
That ain't fucking happening. It's just not great. Nothing really popped this year. I think I watched like 5 matches total.
Yeah, nobody really talking much about it.
No, it didn't really gain much traction online, which sucks.
Yeah.
Finals will be at Dominion. I will watch Dominion.
Yes.
I'm probably going to watch the finals over fucking Moxley versus Evil in a lumberjack match.
That's what it is?
Yeah, so Evil has like House of Torture. Moxley has Shooter, Togi Makabe.
Okay, I like Togi. I like
Yuji Nagata.
Okay.
And I believe Hanma.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, he just has the old guard.
Shooter was talking about...
and Tenzon.
Oh, well, somebody needs ankles. Shooter was like, I know that Shooter's his buddy, but Shooter did one of those promos about how like the title shouldn't be in America and everything, so that's weird, but all right.
He's got his dad's back.
That's true.
What do you expect?
Families fight.
Yeah. So it's tough because it's like, what was your favorite matches? I guess just
Japan?
Yeah,
This one?
This defaults, but it's not really fair.
Yeah.
For America, Brandon Kirk versus Shunri Katsumata.
Me too.
All right, perfectly lined up. There you go.
Yeah.
Ed's going to be a very happy boy.
All the way.
Speaking...
the real Bucky.
Dude, that is
Shunma.
insane. Speaking
Did you see that picture of him and Ishimori?
No, I didn't.
Oh, let me see if I can find it.
You know what else you're going to have to find?
What?
The theme song
Oh.
for Ed.
이제 이번 주에 에드 코드 질문입니다.
All right. So, Ed's questions. He says, hey there, buddies. 2-part question here. He has a 2-parter this week.
Okay.
First time ever.
Yep.
Number 1, what's your comfort style of wrestling? Like something you just put on and feel cozy. Post Colossal Con, I was mentally and physically fried, so I found the single camera Japanese indie shooting a show in what I assume is someone's backyard. That's my sweet spot. I fucking love him so much. So my... Let's see. My comfort style of wrestling...
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to a couple different things. I just love an old Royal Rumble. I think they're always fun. Oh, baby, look at that.
From 2015.
What a picture.
Blonde-haired Ishimori.
You have to put that up somewhere. An old Royal Rumble's always a good feeling. Mm-hmm. It's fucked up, but certain death matches make me feel good.
Yeah.
Moxley versus Gage from GCW before Mox went away to rehab is one of the gnarliest matches.
Yeah.
Funk Sabu, Born to be Wired, but he does say like a style, comfort style of wrestling. I like mid to late 90s All Japan, or not. Well, I do like All Japan, but I'll say mid to late 90s like New Japan with Muda and Choshu, and Vader, Bigelow, all those guys. I just like throwing those shows on like the Steiners because those crowds are fucking electric. So I like throwing on some of those old shows because it's still some stuff I haven't seen.
Right.
I don't know. I like the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think it feels great. By the way, shout out 30-year anniversary this week of Kawada versus Misawa. All you 6'3", 94 heads, what the fuck's up.
There you go.
Chad Gable posted about it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Good.
So what say you?
So, I mean, it's no secret. My favorite wrestling is mid-90s, is 90s All Japan. But like Ed says, like to make me feel cozy. And it is we talked about it a little before, WWE Cruiserweight division.
That's actually perfect.
Because if I want something longer, I could put on the Jericho Battle Royal or whatever.
Sure.
But if I'm like, I just want to put on something short, I can watch a banger that goes 4 minutes or 6 minutes. It gives me a variety with people I just genuinely love.
That's a great answer.
And like you wouldn't think of it, but like there's a lot of variety in there, right? Because I can get Dino Machino, we can get the Luchadors, we can get the crazier. I can watch like laugh at like fucking Super Hello.
Yeah.
So that's like when I think about it, and I'm like, oh man, I really genuinely love cruiserweight. You know, even you get into like Alex Wright was involved in that shit,
absolutely.
and like so like you know. Anything with those guys, Ultimo Ray, like just that is
Psychosis.
It's excellent. Yeah, right. La Parka, like it is excellent.
Yeah.
Comfort food wrestling.
Fucking heel Eddie Guerrero,
right?
Man.
But it going like stuff that I go back to a lot is obviously the Pillars and Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Like I'll just put on whatever Terry Funk I see.
I agree.
But the cozy comfort food of professional wrestling for me is WCW Cruiserweights.
Fuck yeah, I love that answer. Second part of this question, though.
Yeah.
You guys ever get down with any of these gimmick Oreos? The Sour Patch Kids ones are pretty good.
So, Ed, I passed those Sour Patch Kids, and I love Sour Patch Kids. And I passed them at the store, and I'm like, that can't possibly be good.
Dude, that's so funny. So, I was with little Paul, who was 11 years old, at Target a couple weeks ago. And we passed by them, and he looks at him and he goes, ew.
Yeah.
He goes, those look gross. I was like, dude, they're probably terrible.
I may have to run out tomorrow during the day. I have a lighter day and go get some to try them. Because I want to try them now. If Ed thinks they're good, I'm going to trust his opinion. Because I was never a big Oreo guy. I'm not a big chocolate guy.
Okay.
But I've grown to really like Oreos.
I love Oreos.
I'm a big peanut butter Oreo guy.
Peanut butter Oreos are awesome.
All the way. And there's a peanut butter like pie Oreo.
Yes, they're very good.
That has like extra chocolate in them or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I remember getting like the Game of Thrones ones, but they weren't any flavor different. They just had like a different imprint on the fucking cookie.
I was gonna get the Star Wars ones, but it was $14 for shipping.
The carrot cake ones are really good.
Never had those.
Yeah, they've done some other really good ones.
I mean, I like the classic double stuff Oreo.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
I think those are like my go-to.
My go-to is peanut butter Oreos. I think they're the best. Yeah, I love them.
Okay.
Because I don't love chocolate that much, and it's a really good peanut butter they use in them, like a good flavor. But I want to try if Ed says they're good, I'm going to take Ed. Ed hasn't steered me wrong yet.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a taste test and get back to you about that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I'm going to eat a Sour Patch Kid Oreo. That's
do you like Sour Patch Kids?
I'm not a big
sour guy. Yeah, we said this before.
Candy
yeah,
guy.
right. You're
it's
a
just
sour
not
guy.
my thing.
I like gummy candies, and I'm a big sour guy. I love one of my favorite candies is Sour Patch watermelons. I fucking love Sour Patch watermelons.
I don't think I've ever had them.
Really? You've never said? Oh, they're so fucking.
I never
good,
like
dude.
Warheads or anything.
Oh, I used to do that shit all the time. I love sour shit.
I don't know. It makes me want to.
I like sour beer, sour candy, sour apple. I like green apples.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big sour guy.
Rain used to make a sour green apple flavor, and they stopped doing it. That was fucking awesome.
Whiskey sours.
There's a
sour grapes.
You like Sour Girl by Stone Temple Pilots?
I don't know it.
Hey, what are you looking at? It was a sour girl. She met me.
I thought Scott Weiland was dead.
All right, Ed. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the call.
You're the best in the world.
Yes.
And I hope we get to see you very, very soon.
Yes.
Did you buy anything this week?
Oh man, did I buy anything? I don't think so.
I didn't either.
No.
Collapsible
segment.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all we got.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
That was an 11-minute segment from trip to Japan. 11 minutes in Japan we spent.
Give me more to talk about,
Right.
please.
Exactly. That's wrestling as a whole. Give me more to talk about.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then we'll get the hell out of here.
We shall.
Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been. I said that weird. This has been We Need Wrestling.
Everybody. Everybody.
You can email the show. Email your stables to WeNeedWrestling@gmail.com.
Channeling my inner black box.
And let us know what your stable's current and time travel or either or whatever you want to do.
Let me know your thoughts about the Black Abdullah the Bush.
Yes.
Please, for the love of God. What did it mean? Abdullah, you're black.
But,
you can't just give that away.
Find us online at Weenie. He can.
No, he can't physically do it.
It's better than what people are giving away at UFC fights.
Sorry, it's a fucking infomercial for
we need wrestling
for felons.
WeNeedWrestling.com.
Which sounds cool, but not in this case. Okay, I kind of realized that's actually kind of badass. No, it's not. Not in this case.
It is infomercial for felons.
Remember felony fights?
Yeah, insane.
How could I ever forget?
WeNeedWrestling.com, at WeNeedWrestling on social media. We're a proud member of the soon-to-be-named network at STBN Network on Twitter.
Dude dropping a knee on that Nazis head, making him snore.
Soon-to-be-named network.tumblr.com. Check out all the other shows. Nazis. Check out Final Wrestling Place, Marcus and Tim, who sent us the questions every week. Thank you, boys. Check out At Odds with Wrestling, Longbox Heroes After Dark, our other show, Wings on Wings, Puzzle Warriors 3, Profane Argument, and I think that's everybody. Did I hit everybody? I think I hit everybody. Then we'll... Oh, Ed. I could just text you, but I'm going to ask you here because you're listening. It'll be a couple days, so I don't have to do anything this weekend. When do you need that thing from me? Because that'll be... I can get it whenever. I just am lazy, so let me know.
You just make a drug deal?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No. I'm giving something to Ed.
Is it something Ed wants?
It's something Ed asked for.
I'll leave that alone.
All right. That's it.
Goodbye.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!